Zone accepts Medi-Cal, PPO, and HMO insurance plans. For a free consultation, visit their website, cdfzone.com, or call them at 833-586-7898. And let them know that Sedano and ESPN LA sent you. Children's Dental Fun Zone. Sparkling smiles, happy kids.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? With a new owner, fresh renovations, and upgraded amenities, it's a whole new way to experience LA's premier table game casino. From poker, blackjack, ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Baccarat, they've got all the action for ESPN LA listeners. Brand new players who sign up for their Players Reward get $30 in match play. Just say, Cappy sent me to get $30 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GEAR-001292. GEAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
We ready? Can we feel it? Does it feel good?
We're ready.
9 o'clock on a live imaging Tuesday.
Lit.
Let's go, sucker! The Travis and DeMarco show is on. We got a couple boiling headlines we're going to get to, but the first I want to... People want your reaction because you've been out the last few days.
Yeah.
They want your reaction on the Angels sweeping the Dodgers. But at this
Not
moment,
good.
On Tuesday,
Not good, Marco.
On Tuesday, May 20th,
Yeah.
the Angels have won 4 straight,
Yeah.
and the Dodgers have lost 4 straight.
Yeah. It's not good.
Travis Rogers, your reaction.
Not great, Bob.
Your reaction.
Not great, Bob. It's the first time in 15 years the Angels have swept the Dodgers.
Wow.
15 years. First time the Dodgers have lost 4 in a row at home at Dodger Stadium since May of 2018.
Yeah?
Wow.
It is not good.
How's your panic meter?
Put it this way. So before it was unplugged, it was just leaving on. It was on the peg over here to the left. Now it's plugged back in and it's slightly moved off the peg.
Okay, a little bit.
It's not even
2 ohms?
into the. It's not even. Yes, it's still in those little black hash mark things. We haven't gotten to the red.
Oh,
but
man.
it's at least plugged in for the first time all season.
Wow,
It's weird.
15 years.
How about we catch some fly balls? Is that too much to ask?
Listen, these things happen. Meanwhile,
Can we do that?
good morning to producer M.
Good morning.
Roars.
And good morning to producer Jorge.
Buenos dias.
And of course, we got Anthony in the back with the social team, and we're going to have a fun live imaging Tuesday. We also now have this Bill Belichick story.
Yeah. Is this surprising?
There's a new element.
Yes,
They
this
are
is all very
reportedly,
surprising.
at least according to a news story, they are engaged to be married.
Oh, my God.
She has told at least one person
God, I love it.
Somebody
that they
stop
are
him.
betrothed.
You don't think they're probably trying,
Somebody
right?
stop him. I don't know. Put him in handcuffs or something.
This is like Succession.
Lock him up.
This is like Succession when Logan Roy had the assistant Carrie. Right, Carrie? Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was giving him walnuts and the special smoothie.
Oh, yeah.
To make the swimmers more powerful.
Yeah. Well, she wanted to make sure she had an heir.
And he wouldn't wear the compression socks.
Yeah, right. We got to keep the compression socks on, or else you get
Bill
clots.
Belichick starts eating walnuts and has a smoothie.
Look, this is going exactly how, if you are a member of Bill Belichick's family, like let's just say you have no interest in his football legacy, you have no interest in getting his money, you just care about him as a human being.
He's just dad or husband.
He's just dad or husband or
Yeah.
brother, or I don't know if he's got siblings or whatever, right?
Yeah.
This is your worst nightmare.
Yeah, it is. It is.
This is the very worst thing that could happen because she is going to absolutely bleed his ass
That's
if
what
she's
it
not
seems
doing
like.
it already.
Any chance this is real? Any chance this is real love?
No.
Well, it could
none
be
at all.
real love on his part.
I mean,
Well, is
I'm
it
hoping
love?
for the best here.
Is it love if you just like certain things? That's not love.
You mean on his part?
Yeah,
I'm sure
like
he's loving
being
life.
He's been treated nicely.
But maybe he likes her opinion about philosophy.
Maybe.
Or
I do wonder what
he
they
likes
talk
how
about.
she looks in red pants. Because apparently, can I read you my favorite little
Please do.
bit of the
I
article?
want to hear this now.
This is for the article in The Athletic from the New York Times. When she, and this is before they were officially dating, but she would come to training camp that Bill invited her. When she was attending training camp practices, she often wore red pants at the request of Mr. Belichick so that he might more easily spot her in the crowd. according to a person who knows Mr. Belichick and who spoke on the condition of anonymity because Mr. Belichick had not given him permission to speak to reporters.
Yeah.
So she wore red pants at the request of Mr. Belichick. So when we're at Rams training camp, let's just keep an eye out for any red pants in the audience.
Oh my God, you're damaging the brand,
Well, listen,
the shield,
DeMarco,
everything. This is
DeMarco,
crazy.
have you ever seen me in red pants?
No. I
Do
thought
you own
golf
red
pants? I thought.
You might give me your tractor after
I
that.
might. Oh my God, you're ruining everything. Every time when you see Belichick now, what do you think?
I think about this entire debacle.
That's
of a
what I'm
relationship.
saying. Before this all happened, and you saw Belichick, you thought what?
Greatest
Rings?
NFL coach of all time.
That's what I'm saying. You're killing everything. This is bad. Somebody stop him, please, before it gets worse.
She got a oil painting of that picture of them doing that yoga pose on the beach.
It's like Tony
She
Soprano with
commissioned it.
Pyomai.
Right there it is.
Here's the thing. I like that Jordan Hudson is also going in on the bit. Like you guys are like media, you're going to make a bit about it. I'm just going to make it worse.
She copyrighted phrases in parentheses Bill's version. So she has capital Bill. Bill's version because the Patriots in Capitol Hill or Chapel Hill already had those off.
If this were my brother, I don't think I could stop him, and I don't think they would be able to stop me. If this is exactly what I wanted to do at this age, especially if I gave my life to something.
No.
And I'm finally getting the chance to enjoy myself.
That's why it's so scary. Yeah. If there's a playbook on how to take an old man to the hoop, this is how you do it.
Right.
And she's executing it perfectly. And to your point, his siblings, if he has any, I don't know, his children, the people that care about him as a guy, unless he has some sort of power of attorney somewhere that we're not aware of, no one can stop him. It's his life. He can go do what he wants. And even if he's lost his fastball a little bit, okay, it happens all the time.
I heard
she got to him first.
Bill Gates is giving away his fortune to charity. Well, that's one way to do it. This is how Belichick is giving his fortune away.
Is Jordan Hudson a charity?
He might be, right? Might as well.
She's doing the Lord's work. That's for sure.
Gates' estate might be a little bigger than Belichick,
I'm
but
just saying, same thing, reputation.
It is.
Does she get the rings too? Well, she's getting a ring.
She's gonna get everything if she keeps doing what she's doing.
Wow.
What do you think Bill's lawnmower looks like? I'm sorry that I keep going with the bit, but
What's his theoretical lawnmower? What is this thing that he doesn't want to give up?
Maybe his version of the lawnmower, DeMarco, is that boat. What is
That's
it?
what I was
The
gonna say,
five
too.
rings
Is that
or
what it
whatever it's
is?
called.
Okay.
He's got a very nice boat that he likes to spend
Make
time
sure
on.
you gift that to someone before you get married.
Or the dog.
Her brother is going to have a nice boat before too long.
No doubt. Yes.
well, can't he put the boat in its own shell corporation, protected from her?
If it's not there already, it ain't happening now.
Travis, I'm assuming he's not stupid. I'm assuming he's not dumb and he's protected himself.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets interesting, funny, sad, depressing. Take your pick.
Because he's not the first to be fleeced in
he's
that
not.
league.
No, he's not. But if he has, then he's probably protected. But if he hasn't, it might be too late. I'm sure with somebody with the amount of wealth that I'm sure Bill Belichick has accumulated over the years, that somebody
Tens of millions
in his life said, look, we're going to put this over here. Nobody can get this. We're going to put this over here for your kids. Nobody can get this. We're going to do this, that. But there's still probably a lot left over that's just kind of in an account somewhere.
Yeah.
The boat's
Well, a lot of
probably-
petty cash.
Right. Little petty cash.
Little petty cash.
And so she's making her claim on all of that. And if they get married, I'm sure somewhere somebody that's the spouse gets X, Y, and Z. And if they get
no
married,
doubt.
that changes everything.
Oh,
because
there's a
then
kid
she
coming.
can change-
There's a kid coming.
She could get pregnant
Yeah.
if he's been eating his walnuts. And she could change everything as the spouse.
What's the walnuts thing?
Well, that
You
was
lost
in
me on
Succession.
Yeah.
Then walnuts in there was a special smoothie, maca or something like that.
Yeah,
It
matcha.
increases
but-
your
Matcha.
virility.
She's trying to kill him? Oh,
No.
I get it now. I thought she
Yeah.
was trying to kill him.
No, she's trying to create another...
Create life.
Help the swimmers
Oh,
out.
I
Yes.
got you. Okay, now
a
it makes
new,
sense.
younger Belichick child.
Okay.
Back before you in the Sleewa days, we used to talk about Succession a lot.
So beware of walnuts in the house.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
or-
just making sure.
Or
Yeah.
eat more walnuts for
More
all
walnuts.
you want. It's interesting to me too. It's like the guy who was in a long-term relationship, a 15-year relationship, that he never got married to that woman, and now he's potentially, allegedly engaged
so
now.
15 years ago, he's 59 years old. He hadn't
Right.
lost his marbles yet. 15 years ago, his previous partner may or may not have been as enthusiastic about the things that he particularly likes at this point in his life.
Or he had
and
gone
he
through a
is
divorce.
getting his face melted off regular, and he's getting exactly what he wants. And
Oysters.
he's willing to
a
sign
hell of a visual.
anything.
Oh yeah, oysters help too.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, will you sign this? Well, what that looks. Hey, hold on a second. Let me do that thing that you really like. Okay, now will you sign it? Yes.
Of course. Right.
What's the thing he really likes?
I don't know.
Yeah,
could be
whatever it
anything.
is.
Red pants.
It could be a certain
It
type
could
of
be conversation.
It could be a certain
Yes.
type of grilled cheese with Parmesan melted
There
onto
you
the
go.
bread. God
What is
only
wrong
knows
with you?
what it
Between
likes.
that analogy and your analogy of melting the face off, I get these visuals.
I'm just saying that we all like different
DeMarco,
things.
just look at me today. We're gonna put it back on Travis.
No, we're all good.
Travis
That's
is
funny.
Travis is the dirty one today.
No, I'm not.
He's
I'm
trying to
saying-
make us lose our concentration on Dodgers baseball.
I'm trying to tell you guys that she has his hooks in him deep.
Oh, big time.
And she is a
it's-
fisherman's
You know
daughter.
what?
She's a fisherman's daughter, exactly.
I didn't
Here's
know
the
he
only
was
thing
into
I would
hooks.
say: if you're going to do this, stop coaching. Just go live your life.
She's got to get
You don't
that
need to do this.
Carolina money for the whatever's coming
He's
next.
got money.
She
He's
thinks she wants
fine.
more. She's got to live another 50 years.
That's true.
True, but he's got enough cash for that.
But
Not
to
to
Travis's
do what
point
she
from
wants.
last week, he's interesting as the North Carolina head coach. If he's not the North Carolina head coach, he's just the old guy who coached the Patriots.
Is
and
he
whatever.
interesting if he gets fired from North Carolina?
If he gets a big payout, yeah.
As a football coach, he's not interesting. As a human interest paparazzi talk radio, he's fascinating until he gets capped.
We've talked about him once a week at least.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, and it has nothing to do with his defense or the quarterback
No,
that he's
we've talked
developing.
about this.
It's that she likes to wear red pants because he likes red pants.
Unreal. Unbelievable.
She has also dabbled into global politics, apparently.
Oh,
And
no.
this is all being started from the Athletic article, the New York Times article.
It's getting worse.
Saying this. She says, quote, Miss Hudson is also dabbling in global politics when she met with the re-elected president of Croatia.
What?
How does she get an audience with the president of Croatia?
Is she Croatian?
Well,
Bill is Croatian.
Does any Croatian
Oh, he is?
citizen?
Bill
get-
is Croatian,
Oh, I
and she
didn't
also
know.
posted a picture with the elected president of Croatia.
The odd thing is, I never thought of Bill Belichick being anything. Like, I didn't think,
You're right.
Is he Russian? Is he Danish? I
he's
never thought of
Belichick,
anything.
right?
She quote, Miss Hudson celebrates those who celebrate
Oh.
her beau, and she disses those who diss him. And this is also from the article.
Oh,
Everybody's out to get you, baby.
Oh, my God.
Here, do you like these
that,
red pants?
listen, that gets played quite a bit.
Yeah, listen, baby.
What was the rapper that
Let me make
Amber
that
Rose
sandwich you like.
corrupted? Had him walking around doing the slut block thing
Whoa,
with a sign.
It's a family show.
I know. I'm just guys that just it's crazy how this happens. Like the toughest dudes in the world just get broken down. And I've seen this before with other coaches. They spent their entire life in a room studying film, and they don't have a life. And then once they get out, they go find one. Usually they buy a cabin and drink themselves to death. Belichick is like, I'm going out this way.
Just be
going
like
out
Cliff Kingsbury and go to Thailand in his
Right.
time off.
He's going out via other means.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
right.
going out via avalanche.
Wow.
Well, in that Titans documentary, Jeff Fisher's got a nice cabin, it looks like.
He does. He likes his red wine.
Yeah.
See, that's how you go out. That's how most of them go out. And then they recount and try to pick up the pieces of their life. Because you are spending 90% of
okay.
your time on football.
This, what you're describing, and you could be right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying that that's one possible, that he is making a conscious, lucid decision to, I want to do this,
Yeah.
coach a little football on the side, and I dig the red pants. We're just going to roll it out. Okay? So, or
I'm going to try that.
he could be losing his marbles.
You're going to try to wear red pants?
I'm going to try the red pants thing. That's pretty cool.
It's quite a choice.
That is. Wear red
It's
pants.
hard to find red pants outside of 4th of July.
I don't think I've ever owned red pants.
Red sweatpants, yes, but not
these
red
aren't,
pants.
these aren't sweatpants.
No,
Yeah,
not
I'm
red
sure there's
pants.
I would
pants.
think they're not.
Can I read you guys some of the copyrights that Jordan filed for as well
Yes,
under
please.
Bill's name?
LLC.
So we have Bellustrator,
Oh.
Bill's version, and it's in quotation. They're not.
What is
quotation
okay? What does
parentheses.
Bill's version mean again?
It's like she's trying to rip off Taylor's version, which is then you own it and your
Oh.
own version of it, which is
Okay.
also another layer of the Jordan thing. So we got Chapel Bill,
Oh.
Bill's version. We have the Dynasty, Bill's version. No Days Off, Bill's version. Do Your Job, Bill's version, and Dynasty.
And the
Bill's
one
version.
upcoming, the Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick. Oh man,
Is there a chance?
She's not. She doesn't seem that dumb.
I don't think she's dumb at all.
Right.
no,
I don't think she's.
She's opportunistic.
She's
I
very
don't even
modern.
think she's a little dumb.
She's very modern. Yes.
She is cunning. She is shrewd.
Mm-hmm.
She is strategic. She is getting exactly what she wants.
The worst person someone's ever talked to from Pablo Torre, as a quote from a source of his.
Wow.
I actually hope it goes her way, unlike Carrie in Succession, and Bill doesn't go out on a private jet.
Yeah.
And then the kids have to say goodbye on the phone. But there's a whole Succession thing.
Okay, yeah.
Roman couldn't handle it.
No, he couldn't.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, he cracked. He cracked. You never watched Succession, Marco?
No.
You should watch it.
Is that Brian Cox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him as an actor. Yeah. Again, one of those shows that got away from me and too many people were talking about it. I'll wait. Then I'll binge it.
What are you going to wait for?
Well, till you guys stop talking about it, and then I'll binge
I'll never
watch
stop
it.
because I never stop watching it. I watch at least one Succession episode a week.
Do you really?
Yeah.
But like him, I can still watch it even
Keeps
though
me
you give
sharp.
me spoilers.
Keeps me on the tax.
I've got shows like that. That's just not in the. I do Sopranos like that.
Because when I came back from the hospital, Sedano and Cap both warned me. Listen, Logan, there's a Kendall walking around. There's a couple Kendalls. You get what we're saying? And I said, I got you.
We're back to
What's
that.
a Kendall?
Well, don't worry about it.
Kendall
Watch
was the one
show.
that was trying to get the throne.
Backstabber?
Kendall was
that was his son.
The eldest son
okay.
who wanted to take over the corporation. The dad knew that he was a nincompoop and wouldn't let him do it, so they kept battling over.
Which Murdoch
that's the
is
show.
he?
I don't.
Lachlan
or
I
what's
think
the
both
other-
of them
James or-
actually.
Yeah.
Is it still going or is it over?
It's over.
It's over.
It
Okay.
ended.
It's
It really ended before it should have, but I guess that's the greatest thing ever because it
That's
went
usually
out
how they
on
end.
top.
Okay.
Go out in your
yeah.
own terms. Go
What
out
was
on
it,
top. Remember
4 seasons?
4 seasons.
Yeah.
Remember when I texted you randomly? I was like, "Are you watching the episode?" And that was the episode where you know what happens.
Yes.
And I was like, I wouldn't text you out of the blue randomly about Succession unless something crazy was
I know.
happening. Yeah, Succession took some swings.
It was amazing.
Walnuts.
DeMarco's
Walnuts.
looking up something.
I'm looking up Jeremy Strong. It was the wrong guy. I think I might be thinking about Billions.
He plays Kendall.
He plays Kendall.
Yeah.
But he's also in Big Short.
Yes,
He's great in
I've
Big
seen
Short.
his face.
He's
And
played a lot
one
of
of the
small roles in a
Yeah.
bunch of things.
one of the Culkins is in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Kieran, he has
He's
won
good.
multiple Emmys for it, or no, one Emmy for
Yeah.
it.
And he's the voice of the dolphin in that one commercial.
It's one of the great shows where literally every single person in it is irredeemable.
Really?
Just like this radio station.
Yeah.
Whatever.
There's
Come
there's
on.
not one person in there that you're rooting for because, hey, that guy's all right. That girl's all right. We're going to pull for them. They're all monstrous.
How much money are we talking?
Billions.
They were,
Billions?
It's basically done about the Murdochs.
They're the Murdochs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, makes
So-
sense.
They take multiple helicopters to go to the same place.
The most incredible thing
Wow.
to me is that I was a big fan of the Pride and Prejudice, the 2004 Pride and Prejudice, where Matthew McFadden plays Mr. Darcy. And, I have that in my mind. Matthew McFadden was Mr. Darcy until Succession, and now he's only Tom.
Oh, he's only
Hoskins.
Tom, yeah.
And so now I go back to Pride and Prejudice, like, what's Tom doing here? Anyway.
All right, so Dodgers, as Chris mentioned, lost 4 in a row, got swept by the Angels, which was disgusting.
Oof.
And I'm experiencing a new emotion with the Dodgers that I've not had so far. I'll tell you what it is next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
I think I wanna marry you.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Hey, John Ireland here. Laker fans, meet Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. It's
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their 1-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
Hey, things happen in Ohio. 9:19 on a live imaging Tuesday. Travis and DeMarco show. I only have eyes for you, DeMarco. That's not true. I've got eyes for Cappy, Sedano, Mason, Ireland. Trudell and I nudged yesterday. Well, you saw that.
I did see you nudge.
And I posted the original nudge on my Instagram and Twitter.
What is the origin of the nudge?
He asked me, Otis the bunny is Stephanie's bunny, my girlfriend.
Yes.
I now have taken to Otis the bunny. He asked me, how do bunnies show affection? I said, well, they kiss, but they nudge. And so I got up and nudged him.
Oh, you're nudging. You give him a bunny kiss.
And as we know, old Trudell would have never nudged. New Trudell.
He's a nudger?
He nudges. He talks about a lot of things he wouldn't have. By the way, real quick, celebrate 1 year of Legends Attic with Travis and DeMarco live May 30th. This is going to be huge because iconic legends like Steve Sachs, Jaime Harin, the great Peter O'Malley, Legends Attic giveaways, plus live art with Dave Hobrecht. And have you seen some of that art?
It's incredible.
Oh, my God.
He made art of DeMarco and me.
Yes.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he did.
Did he have DeMarco's tractor in there? Sorry.
No.
Plus, you could see the ball. Oh, yeah, the mower. See the ball from Freddie Freeman's unforgettable Game 1 Grand Slam.
You don't have to help.
It's all happening at Legends Attic, May 30th, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont. Tickets now. Get them at legendsattic.com.
I cannot wait to see that baseball. I really can't.
Really?
I know it's air quote just a baseball, but it's the baseball.
Yeah.
It's the baseball that got this one.
They've had a million cool things at Legends Attic, but I want to say that's probably the coolest thing they have.
Yeah. I think that's incredibly awesome.
Sweet.
They get a chance to see that.
We should do a painting with you in the mower.
No.
Like, I love
Dave
the bunnies.
could do it. Dave
I'm sure he could. Please don't put it in his head. He's probably listening.
How
I don't
great
want
would
to
that
see
be?
me on a mower.
And
no.
we just put it up in the studio.
No. Please.
Like, there's just random art in the studio.
I did think about pulling up on a mower to this graduation just for fun.
Speaking of
I
graduations.
wouldn't that be cool?
That's pretty funny.
Before we talk about that, you had your graduation for Kelly, your daughter, over the weekend.
We did.
The picture was beautiful of the family.
Gorgeous.
But that belt you had on was screaming for dear life, not because you're too
Really?
big.
Let me see.
But you're too small. And I now know that.
I know.
that pain of the belt being not big, not small enough.
You're right.
And that thing was screaming.
You're right.
That suit looked like it was going to fall off.
And I stuck my hands in the air, my pants would have hit the floor.
Oh, did not pass the touchdown test.
I am down to the very last hole on that belt, and it was not cinched enough to hold my pants up.
I did not look at your
Congrats
crotch in this picture, though.
Whoa.
Well, you did.
No, I looked at the belt, not his crotch.
Well, that's close enough. I didn't look at the belt either, but now I see what you're talking about.
That suit, which I was very proud to have purchased a couple of years ago. Remember my new suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Mandy's one, I think, right?
It was for my cousin's wedding and Mandy's one. It was a twofer.
I say we say Mandy's one suit.
And so it was the Mandy's 1 and 2 and 3 suits.
And probably 4.
Yeah. So
No, we got to get you a new
Andy
suit now.
Dufresne. It is like you
Well, he's
just
going
got out of jail.
It is literally the perfect visual representation of an ill-fitting suit. It just doesn't fit
Good
at
for you.
all.
Good for you.
The jacket is too big. The pants are too big.
Is it like
and
LeBron's draft-esque
just-
too big?
Yeah.
I felt super self-conscious in it. It looks fine for pictures.
It does,
but
yeah.
It was an
I'd rather go
ill-fitting
that
suit.
way. Be too big than too tight.
You should have just put Susan more in front of you. Susan!
I should have. She should always be out front. It was great. It was a great weekend. Super proud of Kel for doing everything that she did.
Way to go.
We got all the family together. My mother-in-law was there. My folks was there.
How's
Both
your
boys
wallet?
were there. DeMarco, please.
Well, let's just see.
Your wallet's smoking?
Yeah,
A lot of travel.
It's a lot lighter than it was a
Wow.
few weeks ago. That's
Any
for
more
sure.
stripe left on your credit
Graduation's
card?
that expensive?
Well, there's a lot of
Well, the
events
graduation
surrounding
gift.
graduation.
The graduation gift.
The graduation gift included because it was just
You damn
cash.
right.
Look, there were multiple hotel rooms. There were multiple
So you
dinners.
paid for
there
all
were
that.
multiple breakfasts. There was taco guy. There was a lot.
And he was
going
happy
on.
to do it.
And there
Yes.
was airline flights. There was a lot going on. But I was thrilled to do it. I'm lucky to have been able to do it. But thank you for bringing it up
You're
again to
setting
Margaret.
off smoke alarms when you walk
we had top ramen and tap water for dinner last night.
Of course.
It was a lot.
Get to love mac
It
and
was a
cheese.
lot.
Here we
It
go
was-
He only
again.
graduates from college once.
That's
I
it.
am
probably.
not even 1% regretting.
There
Oh no,
you
you're
go.
one, you're at least 1% regretting.
No. It was great, and everybody was good, and
Yep.
I wouldn't have changed a single thing. But
Yeah. Start saving up now for the wedding.
Really? Oh, that's true. Now
You're
he's
on
got
the
to
hook.
pay,
That's
you
the
gotta pay
next
for
one.
a wedding
That's
too.
the next one.
yeah,
No more golf.
I feel like I'm relatively safe in that regard for the foreseeable future. But we'll see. It's coming eventually.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah.
Belichick.
Yeah, it was great.
What?
You never know.
Why is Kelly going after
that's the worst
a
thing you've ever
75-year-old
said on this
football
show.
coach?
Just saying.
What does that even mean?
It is a possibility.
First of all, Kelly's only 3 years younger than Jordan Hudson.
Kelly?
Okay.
And Bill
Sorry, we
Belichick.
shouldn't do that, but I
So,
apologize.
No. Here's the thing. So for some reason, we're sitting at dinner on Saturday night, and it's all of us. And
How many
somehow,
people
some
are
way-
at this dinner?
8.
Where is it?
It's at the hotel we were staying at.
At the hotel dinner.
The hotel restaurant. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Is there alcohol on the table?
Multiple
have
bottles
some,
of
yeah.
wine and multiple cocktails.
Oh.
Yes.
It was a fun night. We had a great time.
Did you bill it to the room and just say, don't worry about it, or did you pay separate? You put
I
the card
put
on.
my card on.
You had to use a different card?
No, I put the same card.
Same card.
We're trying to collect points in the
Succession.
Rogers household, Chris.
I see
You can
it.
go to Paris for free.
So not far off. So somehow, some way, we get on the Bill Belichick story,
Right.
And Kelly's not a sports fan, so she's like, "What are you guys talking about?" And I explained it to her. I said, "Well, it's this girl, and she's dating this famous football coach, and she's a lot younger." And she goes, "Well, how old is he?" And I said, "He's 74." And she goes, "Grandpa, how old are you?" And my dad says I'm 77.
Oh.
And Kelly goes, "And how old is she?" I'm like, "She's 24." She goes, "I'm 22."
Uh-huh.
She goes, "Wait, what?" And she kind of put
Jordan met Bill in like 22.
right.
Does her dad pay for the wedding?
Who's
Jordan's?
Jordan's
No,
dad.
that's also a little outdated. It's not necessarily that every family has
that's
the dad pay for the
tradition.
wedding.
It is tradition,
Yeah.
and as the father of 2 sons, I'm okay with the tradition.
Same here. Hey.
My family has 4 daughters.
Yeah, you're-
I 100% knew that.
The Hebo family is probably in a different situation.
God,
But if
you
I got to
better-
bite the bullet once and they want to go halvesies, I'm all here for it.
If I'm her dad, you better elope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. Great weekend.
Fun. Good for you.
Before Mandy's 4 or Cappy's 1, whatever we're going to call it, next June, can we get you a suit that fits?
Yeah, probably.
Like, what if I can get you a trade?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I need
Does it
some
have
new
to be
suits.
whatever Chris wants in the suit? So could
Well,
it be?
I'm going to
like-
have
no,
my
I pick
tailor
out
do
the
it.
suit.
I can pick out the lining inside.
There
though.
you go.
You can
Good
pick
for
out
you.
the
Imagine if it's
lining.
just like, you know how
the
my...
little faces of Morales.
Well, Raj Kaswani in Sherman Oaks, does, right down from where we used to work. He does all my suits since I've been 21. What if my face is the lining of your suit?
I'm okay with that.
Oh, my God.
I'm okay with that. I get to pick what the suit. On
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But
Yeah.
inside, it's
Yeah,
my
it's
face.
all him.
Keep it buttoned, DeMarco.
Okay.
It'll be fine. We'll keep it buttoned
summer.
up all the time.
You got to think summer, though. You know, you may have to.
Yeah, you're going to have a vest,
You
and
may have
I'm the
to
lining on the
take
vest,
it off.
too.
You know what I'm saying? It might come with some conversation. Who's this guy? Yes, sir.
Oh, they know. Meanwhile, I don't know. I was going to do a sports transition.
I am going to.
You should hook him up, though. You should give him a Chris Morales suit.
I'm getting closer
Yeah.
to. I'm going to have to buy. I have 2 pairs of pants that fit, both jeans.
Yeah.
I have two pairs of shorts that fit that are both like workout shorts.
I'm sad that Emily
I don't have
missed
anything that fits.
That Emily missed the blue stage of your career in life, the blue shirt stage. Where
I had
we
a
used
lot
to
of
give
blue
him
shirts.
a hard time about wearing a blue dress shirt every day from Kirkland.
They weren't all Kirklands.
Most of them were
Is that
Kirkland.
Costco?
Yeah.
Some of them were Kirklands.
A lot of them.
So I had. Let's say I had 15.
How
blue
did you
dress
know they
shirts.
were from Kirkland?
Because this was a bit.
Okay, he told you.
I had maybe called 15 blue dress shirts.
All that look the
Okay.
same.
That's not true. Varying shades of blue, varying patterns and things like that. I would say of the 15, 6 of them were Kirklands.
Was there a YouTube component back then?
No.
Not like this.
Oh.
This was when we were in Houston.
Oh, so you can get away with it. You're on radio.
I thought I looked nice.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and he used to come in every day in jeans with his blue dress shirt tucked in, but no belt.
No
No,
belt.
I have
Oh,
always
Did you have a
had-
belt?
I'm always a belt guy.
Okay,
Tom
had a
Hanks.
belt.
Yeah.
Had a
But
belt,
the
sorry.
Texas of it all, did you have a big belt buckle?
No.
No,
Oh.
I almost bought boots. I did. They
Okay.
almost did get me with the boots in Texas.
So I want to tell you this story real quick. Belts that I bought probably 3 years ago. And I remember Tommy saying, you're going to buy these belts. Because I was obsessed. Ricky Fowler was on the cover of Golf, whatever, in a leather Cobra belt many years ago.
Yeah.
But I could never get that belt in a large at the time. And at
Well,
that
Ricky
time,
Fowler's like 108
it was like,
pounds.
I could only buy a small. That's all you could find. So I one time found these leather belts that looked almost the same from like somewhere in England.
Okay.
And I ordered 2 of them. But they were never going to be close to fitting. I would like have to have lost 100 pounds.
Well, here you are.
Saturday, I put on the belt, and one of the belt buckles is the John Daly Lion, and I was so excited.
Did it fit?
It fits.
That's great.
amazing.
Good for you.
So
That's
now I'm going to
great.
walk in more often with the shirts tucked in and showing off my John Daly belt, leather belt.
There you go.
And one has
heard
the
you say that
Arnold
before.
Palmer logo.
The
other
umbrella?
belt, yeah.
Oh, that's a cool
And that's
belt.
yeah. No, I'm
Is
gonna
it
wear that.
white?
No, the John Daly one is like white leopard print.
Okay.
And the other one is just straight black leather with the Arnold Palmer.
Oh,
decal.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I'd wear that.
I heard you say that before. You scoured the earth for a belt. And
Okay.
I was hoping that wasn't true.
Why?
That sounds weird to me.
You bought a lawnmower that your wife took care
But
of.
that was right at the dealership.
I'm never
I
gonna-
just-
he
I-
just he
I'm
wanted to
never
mow your
gonna let-
grass.
Have you ever
Listen.
like searched something for an article of clothing?
Not really.
That was new. Yeah, that was a new one on me.
Nobody's taking these belts from me. I
If
can
it's-
guarantee you that.
Right. I hear that. Yes,
if
sir.
it's not at Costco or Nordstrom, it's not worth it.
If it's not there,
those are the
I like
two
it.
places we're going.
If it's too hard to get, forget
Everything
it.
else. All right, I'm going to give you that new Dodger emotion that I had, probably, unless Chris comes up with something else. We'll do it next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Took the Rotolo Chevrolet Silverado down to San Diego this week and had it loaded up with all of the stuff for graduation. And if you've been thinking about a Rotolo Chevrolet Silverado, if you've been thinking about any Chevy car or truck, Rotolo Chevrolet is the place to be. It's right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You cannot miss it. It's right off the 210, a sea of Silverados, every make, model, and color that you could possibly imagine right there waiting for you. And when you go there, you're going to find out what I've been telling you for years, that the customer service is second to none. This is why they've won Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row. You're going to feel great about your purchase from Rotolo Chevrolet. You're going to tell everybody about your purchase from Rotolo Chevrolet. So go see for yourself what all the fun's about. And if Fontana is a little far from where you are, that's okay. Go online, rotolochevy.com, ROTOLO, rotolochevy.com, and tell them that Travis sent you.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Ready for a delicious escape? The New Islands Restaurant's $10 protein bowls are your ticket. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients. They're only here for a limited time, so enjoy one today. Visit islandsrestaurants.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. In the market for new flooring? Why pay more at big box stores? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 Blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
West Bicycle Casino. We might do Mandy's 4 there. You never know. Sedano and Cap will broadcast live from 3 to 6 p.m. That's a lie. It's going to be Cap and me. Sedano. We're going to be doing the finals. Join us and check in for the tournament. Say double down with Cappy at the Players Reward Desk for free entry into the tournament. Reserve your spot right now with us at espnla.com. Here's the thing. At Park West Bicycle Casino in the city of Bell Gardens, they've made money with Cappy's face on it.
Oh, no.
Oh,
really?
that's cool.
Cappy's got his own money.
You know,
very cool.
You know who already had a lot of that? His ex-wife. Anyway.
Oh.
Is it called Cappy Bucks or something?
I think it's just Cappy Cash.
Cappy Coins?
Cappy Cash.
Zing.
Cappy Coins isn't bad.
Did you play Blackjack back in the day?
Yeah,
You
there's 2 casino games that I like. I like craps and blackjack. Those
Easy
are the
to
2 things I like.
understand,
And paying
right?
for
Okay.
graduations.
What are you supposed to do on 17? Stay, right?
What?
See?
Yeah, unless it's a
Right.
it's a soft 17,
Unless it's a soft
and then
17.
you can potentially hit a soft 17, depending
When
on what
would you,
the dealer
when
has.
would you hit a soft 17?
If the dealer has an 8 or better.
Really?
Yeah.
So if I held,
That's a
people are
soft
going to look at
17,
me like
8 or better.
No. So if you have 17,
right,
ace and a 6,
yep,
okay, and the dealer is showing an 8, you're going to lose probably
if he flips.
So if I hold, people are going to be like, "Hey, Jack, what are you doing? That's a soft 17."
So
you
do I
hit
hit?
that? That's when you hit the soft 17.
Soft 17, you hit it. Okay.
In that particular situation,
some old
You're
lady
gonna-
gave
because-
me hell because I took a hit when I shouldn't have.
The logic, the math is you're going to lose either way. You might as well take another shot and
Take
see
a hit.
another card.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to play blackjack sometime?
I
You got a
would-
lot of money.
Would love to.
You should come to the Cappy Blackjack tournament and give us all your money.
I'm not
Do you
very
like
good
craps?
though.
It seems
I do
like
like
that's why I'm
craps.
inviting
Craps
you.
I get. Yeah, craps I understand. Yeah,
Craps is so much fun because everybody's fired up.
Yep.
You got a million different bets on the table,
there's action.
and they're hitting,
Yeah,
and they're giving you, and then all of a sudden they take all of it away.
Right.
It's like there's that set, boop, gone.
Let's go.
Everybody's wiped.
What
out.
is this Cappy thing again? What day?
Friday, June 6th.
It's my
June 6th.
birthday.
Is it really?
All right.
On June 6th.
Are you going to come to the Cappy Blackjack tournament?
No.
Odds
I'll
are low.
probably be
Odds
doing
are
things
low.
that I want to do.
At least you're
no.
honest. At least you're
Sorry,
honest.
I'm sorry.
Duval.
But you
that's
doesn't
not
play in my
great, is it?
honor.
No, that was bad.
We will. Oh, let's start Dodgers.
Yes.
I want to talk about your tires at 10 a.m.
Is that what you're getting ready for?
Yeah.
Yes. Jeez.
So, as far as the Dodgers go, I hit a new emotion with them last night, this morning, just kind of thinking, I'm kind of confused as to what the heck they are, what's going on. I'm not worried yet. I'm more confused because they clearly are feeling some sort of way that they moved on from Barnes and Taylor. They wanted to get younger, wanted to get a little more versatile, a little more dynamic offensively. Their pitching staff, remember we were talking about how they got 8 guys, 9 guys. They might even have 10 guys. They're throwing bullpen games in the first week of May. They're scoring a bunch of runs on days when they're giving up a bunch. They're not scoring at all on days when they're pitching halfway decent. Their defense is flat bad for the most part. I'm just confused how all of these things can be seemingly so below the line, and yet they're in first place in their division.
The math is mathing, but it's something that'll last for so long, right?
I guess
12 pitchers are injured,
something
You're getting
crazy
some
like
guys
that.
back.
But I have never been like. Usually, it's like, okay, they're pitching like crap, and they're not winning games. 1 + 1 = 2. Hey, they're not swinging the bats. They're not scoring any runs. They're losing games. 1 + 1 = 2. Well, their pitching is bad. Their bullpen is just getting absolutely annihilated.
Overused, man.
And yet they're still in first place.
Okay.
It doesn't add up.
I didn't get to ask you, so I'll ask you now. How would you have handled Dalton Rushing coming up?
About like they did it.
You would have done that. You would have. Austin Barnes would have been your first target.
Yeah.
You have to, right?
Yeah.
You got to make room.
He's just not dynamic enough offensively to have a spot. Sorry, I know he's been a great Dodger, and I don't mean this in any way other than he's just not an offensive threat at all. He's virtually an automatic out, and there's no power threat. There's no pop in his bat at all.
This kid is swinging fire right now.
Yeah. And he's got potential to hit home runs. He's got the potential to hit extra, to take extra. He draws a lot of walks. He sees a lot of pitches. Like he is a dynamically offensive or an offensively dynamic player potentially. Barnes isn't.
Okay, so right move, and then Chris Taylor. So when we started this radio journey, the day I came in here is the day that you were hated Chris Taylor.
Well, he didn't play very well last year, Marco. He wasn't very good.
But then we kind of go back and forth. But then another guy, you're the next wounded fawn. You got to make room. He'd be the next available.
He doesn't hit.
That's it, right?
And they have basically three guys that do what he does. Okay, they have three guys that can play multiple positions.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Tommy Edman, who plays multiple positions. You've got Kike Hernandez, who plays multiple positions, and you've got Kim, who plays multiple positions.
Except for center.
That wasn't great. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
By the way, okay.
Okay, yeah, he's not comfortable yet. It's hard. Yeah,
Twilight, lights. First time at Dodger Stadium.
Weird.
I get all of these things. We're just going to lose track of a fly ball. I know that it happens once in a while, but literally his first start in Dodger Stadium in the center field, the first time the ball's hit to the outfield, and you just go, I don't see it.
I've never been under it at Dodger Stadium. I don't know what it looks like.
It can be challenging.
I mean, as a fan, you never lose sight of the ball, but I can understand how he might.
It's not unprecedented, but just the fact that it was the very first one was an inauspicious beginning.
It happens. And last night I heard something on the broadcast. This is a bad presentation. It just rang in my head. I guess that's how you describe bad baseball.
A bad presentation.
This is a bad presentation.
So I love that.
Yeah,
I love it. Whoever said that, gold star for them.
Oh, really? You've heard that before?
No, I haven't. But that's a really good description of what it was. I was telling Emily this morning. Last night was one of the very few times all season when watching that game and go, they look like crap.
Yeah.
Like they looked disinterested. They looked disengaged. They pitched poorly. They're playing center field that we're talking about. Muncy made a terrible throw. I know Mookie had a couple of home runs. Shohei had a home run, but they got 0 swings and misses and only scored 3 runs. Like it was a weird, disinterested, disengaged, flat performance, which you play 162 games. You're going to have a few of those. But on the heels of getting your ass handed to you by the Angels of all teams, you would think they'd come out with a little something ready to go.
A month from now, I don't know. We're not panicking now, but a month from now, you could be. Because I'm not sure either what this team is or what they're doing just yet. I know you have some really good pieces.
You got great pieces.
I mean, especially the top 3 guys.
But see, this is with the addition of Kim. And with the addition of rushing and getting Teo back and Edman back, that lineup's going to get a lot longer and a lot deeper. They're not going to be as top-heavy as they've been. So I'm optimistic there.
Okay. So you think they'll straighten that out?
I'm positive they will.
Pitching? Any
different question.
Okay. Please give me an answer to that.
That is a different question because and here's okay. You want me to be optimistic or do you want me to be more realistic?
I want you to be Travis.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be more realistic.
Okay.
The pitching problems that they're going through right now. And we know what they're Snell's down, Sasaki's down, Glasnow's down, Gonsolin tore up his thumb in the game. Kershaw did not look very good. Bobby Miller, where the hell are you? He's gone. Knack got his head kicked in last. They just, other than Yamamoto, they're kind of all over the, Gonsolin may have been hit and miss. Yamamoto's been the only guy that you feel really good about. They're going to get those guys back. Their bullpen, Trinan's down. He is essential to their success. No word on when he's coming back. Kopech hasn't pitched all season long. Phillips is down again. You got a bunch of guys that have all sorts of problems there. So just with the pitching, here's what they got coming up. Okay, this is what they've got coming up about over the next month or so. They finish this series with Arizona. They go on the road to play the Mets. Mets are a good team. They go on the road to take on the Guardians, who are not a great team, but they're not a bad team. They're over 500, and they're going to play pretty tight baseball. Then you go home back here, Yankees. Follow that up with the Mets again. Then you go on the road to St. Louis, first place team. You go on the road to San Diego, who is right on your heels. Then you come home to play the Giants, home to play the Padres again.
That rounds out the month?
Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, the next 9 series are against good to very good teams. And you're pitching, you're doing 2 bullpen times.
Not the end of the world if you're not in first place June 1st. Not the end of the world, but it would be a little disappointing. And understandable if you're not pitching well. With everything that's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, entirely understandable.
It would be
you
understandable.
You could score 9 runs and lose.
I forget. I think it was Hershiser was saying it last time. I forget. I'm confusing myself a little bit. You can slug your way to some wins here and there with bad pitching with the way that they swing the bats, and they're going to. Like, that they've lost 4 in a row is kind of hard to believe considering the offense that they have. But you're not going to slug your way to winning 2 out of every 3 or 3 out of every 4.
No.
You're going to slug your way to winning, 3 out of 7.
You're going to need some help from the mound at some point. And that's the other thing. Any more word on Shohei? Are we getting close?
Same old.
Same old. I thought Dave just had a comment about him pitching. No, it was
right
about
around
him
the
being
All-Star break.
Him being the best player in baseball if he comes back and pitches well.
Yeah.
And that's entirely possible. Not till the All-Star break, so no help there.
So that, by the way, that's a month and a half away.
Even if you're not in first place in June, it's still not the end of the world because you're going to get some of these arms back. You just have to suffer through this right now.
Put it to you, you asked me the worry meter, right?
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, a 1.5, 2.
Okay. Still not panicking.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's coming straight
and
out.
they could be 3 or 4 games out of first place come the All-Star break, and it would be a 2 or a 3. They're playing with one hand tied behind. That's why it's so confusing. They're playing some weird version of good baseball that doesn't feel real enough, but they're winning a bunch of games.
True.
It's just a bizarre, confusing.
If you clean
group.
up the stuff in the field on defense, I think you might not have gotten swept. You might have lost the series, but you might not have gotten swept.
Swept by the Angels.
By the Angels. Is it the
Swept
sweeping?
By the Parker?
Is it losing?
Sit down back
Look
there.
at you.
I see it. Look,
is it losing 3 in a row?
Parker's head just comes around the thing like, whoop.
Come on, man.
I was driving, listening to a couple of the games, and I'm like, Parker's going to just absolutely be ear to ear.
Actually, he was chill. He was chill. He didn't go all crazy.
So there was a bunch of stuff online about Angel fans just and by the way, good for them. That's
embarrassing.
It is.
Really? To be happy about? Well,
DeMarco,
I guess
they haven't had something to be happy about in 10 years.
I guess so. That makes sense.
They haven't had one thing to be happy about in 10 years. This is the high water mark in a decade. Go enjoy yourself.
Wow.
Go enjoy yourself.
I hope you're not like that, right? I hope you're not like that.
Go enjoy
That's
yourself.
terrible.
Because
One time in 15 years.
It's only 10. They've only been bad for 10 years. It's not 15.
It's bad.
Just 10. The Far Side is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Looking down, thinking about my Far Side. Hey, have you ever had to deal with the chafes, with chafing? I knew you were going to do that because he knows. He's a guy like us. He's built like me. So whether you're back in the playing days or just going out for my morning walks, chafing is no joke. Believe me about that. That's why I always keep Highlands Chafing Relief on deck. This stuff has been a game changer for me. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. Every time I pass by construction workers, I think about this. I just want to start throwing some out the door for these guys. If you've already got some chafing, you're not alone. Highlands Chafing Relief soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Doesn't that sound so nice? So whether you're running, riding, hiking, or just dealing with the heat, Highlands Chafing Relief has your back, your arms, your upper chest, everything. You get the idea. You shouldn't have to stop doing what you love just because of chafing. Trust me, grab some Highlands Chafing Relief and feel the difference. Available right now at Walmart and Target.
ESPN LA is black and gold. Follow LAFC on the quest for trophies all season long. Every match, every pass, every goal.
Oh, Olivier! He drops to his knees and implores the heavens.
The home of LAFC is 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Are you downsizing? or inheriting a home? Want to cash in on your equity? Call Sellers
Hey, it's
Advantage.
Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Online social casino. Play anytime, anywhere for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Head to ChumbaCasino.com and let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. Must be 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
I've been waiting. You're back. So,
you've been saving one.
Not saving it. I avoided it yesterday, big time.
Okay.
The whole Caitlin Clark thing.
Oh yeah.
The whole drama.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid to put my toe in the water because you know what's coming when you do. There's sharks under there. Yeah, all the bad stuff. And did you see what's happening now with RG3 and Ryan Clark going at it?
I have not seen that.
Yeah, so RG3, I guess, what did he say? He came out in defense of or said that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark?
Yeah, so he's talking about, he's more on the Caitlin Clark side of things. And
Yeah,
on
RG3 is.
RG3.
And then
Okay.
Ryan Clark then
said you can't have an opinion about a black woman because you're married to a white woman. And then all hell breaks loose.
And then RG3 is like, don't come after me and my family and my wife.
But
and
that's what he
children.
does. RG3 makes jokes about his wife all the time, saying milk and cookies and everything. So
All right, Travis, you got this segment. I'll take it off.
that's part of his MO. Stay in there. That's just weird. I mean, there's sometimes, right, in sports where you don't want
I
to
hope
comment.
you don't want me to participate
No,
in
I
any
do.
part of this.
Where you just
Yeah,
don't
no.
want to comment
No,
because
I'm
you
kidding.
know what's coming.
Yeah.
Right? But it's
Yeah.
a big story.
The Caitlin Clark.
The Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, they almost had a fight. It's
Yeah.
like...
Did you think that was a dirty play?
No, it was a hard foul.
I thought so too.
It was a hard foul. That's what happens in basketball.
I thought so too.
I thought it was a hard foul and a little bit of an overreaction, but that's basketball. That's the way it goes.
Sure.
You brought up Jordan and no, it was it was Bird and Dr. J, and then Bird and Magic.
Magic, yeah.
Imagine if they had a fight on the floor back in the day and we had the internet.
Yeah.
Oh my God, where would we go from there?
Right.
So it's a huge story. Everybody's asking you about it, and you just don't want to comment because
Clark, you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about me.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get in on it because people start coming at you about stuff that's not fair.
Honestly, that part doesn't bother me as much because you know you, I know me, we know each other. I know where you stand. I hope you know where I stand. Like we can have a conversation about
but not
this.
many people question your whiteness.
No, I understand. Fair enough.
Right.
Fair
That
enough.
is true. They don't question his whiteness.
I am fully credentialed in my whiteness.
There you go. Right.
And I understand what you're saying. The WNBA is in a weird spot because they got somebody who is attracting eyeballs that typically does not. She happens to be white.
And she's good.
And she's very good.
Super good, yeah.
And I don't know if she's the second best player in the league. The second best young player in the league, Angel Reese, is black.
Yes.
And she feels a certain way that she's not getting equal attention. And it creates this dynamic. And so everything is looked at through this prism of black and white,
right,
as opposed to as in better, not as good.
Right.
And this is where ish goes off the rails.
Yes.
Because people put that other stuff in it. And I get that it's hard not to, but Caitlin Clark is more famous. She's a better basketball player. She's on a better team.
End of story. Right. Let's just leave it there, but you can't leave it there.
I do think fans, though, need to make sure to not make it worse, which apparently the Indiana fans have been.
Were there actual chants, or was that just BS? Is that internet
stuff? The league
stuff?
is investigating.
Okay.
Caitlin Clark said she didn't hear it because it was loud in the arena.
But she did come out and say that there's no place for that. Yes, of course.
This is inevitable. Look, this is actually, if you are a WNBA fan, okay?
It's good for business.
It's good that people are at least talking about something that happened in your league, as opposed to, look at how few people are sitting there and look at how bad the basketball is.
That is the crux of the far side today, and it's a Dana White-ism, and he's exactly right. He was defending MMA. This is before they put it in New York, when they finally had a fight in New York. This was a big deal.
Right.
And this is the lead up to it. He said if you put a baseball game in one corner, a football game in another, and whatever other sport in this corner, and put a fight down here, you'll have everybody watching the fight.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get my interest. Gosh, my CTE brain just popped in. The newest spark again. She's a Husky. Help me.
Kelsey Plum.
Kelsey Plum
Had a great first game.
Great first game. That is a draw for me. That's a Husky. I know who she is. She plays here. I'll go watch.
Okay.
So I'm trying to drum up interest in the WNBA within myself. The best way to do it is have conflict.
Yeah.
It will keep my eyes on the product.
Sports.
Isn't that nuts? Is that bad?
But no, that's sports. That's actually really, really good.
Yes.
Why we watch is conflict.
That's right. You want stories. You want drama. You want conflict. You want, quite frankly, and not in like a racial way, obviously, but you want these
some
players
animosity
to hate each other.
Yes,
you
I want
them
some
to try to
animosity.
go out there to kill one another.
For basketball reasons.
Right, for sports stuff, and that we're having a conversation like that, I think oddly is a good one. That it went racial is bad. I think we can stipulate that that's bad.
You can't stop it sometimes.
Sometimes you can't, but people are like, hey, these two women really dislike. That's good for business.
Anytime they play, they should be on TV.
Yes.
I want to know what they're doing, what they're talking about.
I'm still not going to watch it, but that's up to me.
See, but I'm getting close. I'm getting close to watching it. So this is a big step forward. So that was weird. Sorry if I avoided it yesterday, but I knew what was coming, and sure enough, now you got Ryan Clark and RG3 like taking shots at each other, and that's the worst thing in the world, and I can't stand it.
Like we were talking, my whiteness does not allow me to weigh in on that particular component of the fight.
Right.
Other than you guys do your thing. I don't even know, man.
Yes, I hit Clinton with that once just for fun. I said he's the gatekeeper of blackness.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens on the internet. There are people that are like, they gatekeep blackness, that you can only be a certain way to be a black person.
And I'm not asserting this about.
And part of that is you must hate Caitlin Clark. You have to ignore how good she is, which makes no sense to me.
Here's where we got to get.
You sound like them.
We got to get to the point. For the same reason why I hated Larry Bird for my entire childhood.
Because he was good?
Had nothing to do that he was white.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with he had a creepy mustache or any of these other things. He was the best player on the team that was taking something away from the best guy on my team. That he and Magic were competing for titles. He and Magic were competing for MVPs. He and Magic were in just, almost to the death competition from the time they were in college all through their NBA careers. Turns out they became lifelong
I'm hoping
friends.
you can do that with them.
But you got to get something like that going. And it can't just be she's more popular than me. She gets more contracts because of this reason or that reason.
It can't be where it is right now.
It can't be that.
Yes.
It needs to turn into basketball.
Angel isn't as good as Caitlin Clark. That's
it's
just
not
clear
even
as day.
close.
And also the Chicago Sky aren't as good as the Indiana Fever. And so it's going to be a while until they're taking things from each other in the WNBA sense. It's really just between like the Aces and the Liberty and other teams that are actually great. And so I think the thing comes to with, I'm not asserting this about Ryan Clark and RG3, but a lot of people that are engaging in discourse do not watch the games. They do not come and talk about this, and it's okay. I mean, you don't have to watch
I
the
didn't
games,
watch
but
the
don't have a
game.
strong
I didn't want
opinion
to
if you
comment.
haven't been watching the games.
If I just judge it on a clip, then I'm going to be mad at her. But if I watch the game, then I probably know what happens. But it's just weird. And Angel Reese has a Moses Malone's type game. You know this, right? Like half her rebounds are from her
own misses.
her missed shots. Right.
I didn't know that was Moses. Okay.
That's Moses Malone. Yeah.
This could bring us to a last man standing that we've done before, but I think we could. Maybe I'll consider. We'll do it. You want to hear about more of the money I had to spend?
Please.
Oh, I'm back now.
It's coming up next.
I wanted to avoid that whole thing.
See, right? That's what I'm saying. Even Chris wants out of that.
It's just a little sticky.
There's no way to go with
But again,
that.
if
Right.
you're not watching the games, you don't have to talk about it.
But it's everywhere, and we do a sports show.
Then
right.
watch the games.
Well, we kind of do a sports show. Well, you guys do more of a sports show than the other shows. But
you know what I mean? Yes. Right.
Travis had to spend more money, and I can't wait to talk about it.
We had this
Nothing
once.
pisses Travis off more than spending money.
It's not my favorite thing.
Richie Incognito was playing
why
for
you
the Rams.
And now you bring up Richie
No,
Incognito?
I have to say this, and he totally did.
What's next, OJ?
He went Richie in a game and almost cost the Rams a game. Like, it was a 35-yard chip shot to win a game after you haven't won in 8 weeks. Richie gets a personal foul. Now it's a 50-yarder, right? So the first time we get the coach on for the coach's show, we get the word from the PR guy. Don't mention Richie. Like, how are we not supposed to bring this up?
You have to ask.
Thank you.
You
right.
have to.
You're putting us in a bad
I was gonna say,
situation.
you're going to make us look like fools
Thank
if we
you.
don't. That's not only do you have to ask; it's the first thing you have to ask.
Amen. Thank
Other
you.
than, hey, how does it feel to finally win after 8 weeks
Right.
along the way? Getting lighter in the wallet by the day, DeMarco. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Memorial Day at Morongo is so much fun that after Monday, I'm taking off Tuesday. And now the top reasons to visit Morongo.
Memorial Day freebie. Get a free red, white, and blue hydration bottle the 26th.
Number 2.
Neo, live June 20th. Get tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Ford Mustang Mach-E. Earn entries now playing table games. And you could drive off in a Mustang the 31st.
Morongo, good times.
Do you know a high school senior?
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their 1-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 Blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPN LA.
For a little Angel Baby by Rosie and the Original. See, on Tuesdays, our music bit on this show is we play the homie oldies. And we got a request from our friend Jason Torres on Twitter. He requested this to Jorge and to me. Did he have a dedication?
Yeah, he says he dedicated to you because you almost died.
Oh, I almost died. 10:01, by the way.
By the way, that's as deep as we've ever gotten into the show without it coming out. We got an hour and 1 minute in.
Wow.
61 minutes into the show.
Well, I feel good. I didn't think about it today that I almost died.
What's
You
the name
look
of this
good.
song?
Angel Baby by
Angel
Rosie and the
Baby.
Originals.
Oh.
You used to cruise to this on Whittier Boulevard.
Or when you
Yeah.
chrome your rims after you wash your car.
There you
You
go.
put these and you
That's-
chrome. Yeah, that's when you
Go down Monty
exactly what I
Legion
was
Stadium.
thinking. Yes.
Throw down with the homies. It is time
for a segment that I enjoy so much. Anytime. And it
Do we have
spans.
imaging for it?
No, we don't. We need
Just
to
like,
create it.
money, 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 money.
Yeah, exactly. It spans many markets, many different places we've worked at together, and day parts on this radio station.
Indeed.
Anytime you have to spend a large sum, like Kelly's graduation over the weekend, but then you got double hit.
Yeah.
It was like a double team on your wallet.
So, you know, they get the little indicator on your dashboard when your tire has low pressure.
Yeah.
Little
tire symbol. Yeah.
And it'd been going on and off for a while.
Now, I remember you talking about needing air in your tire. And I thought you, and I remember many years ago when we were working together in the mornings, I was going through it, and you were like, oh no, this place, you don't have to put the quarters in down the street. I was like, oh, good.
Yeah.
Because you just, anytime back in the day when you could find a live hose,
well,
and you could just pump up your tires, and now I think it's the law.
They have to give you air for free.
Right.
But
back then it wasn't.
But you have to go in and ask, and it could be a thing.
You told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know they had to do that for
Usually
free.
you can
now.
put in some quarters or credit card.
Yeah,
thing,
right. Okay.
So I've had low tire pressure for a while.
Okay.
Shocking.
And I just would fill it up. It'd hold for a couple of days. It would go low again. I'd fill it up. It'd hold for a couple of days. And so we've been doing this dance for a while.
Okay.
Months.
Longer.
Okay. Couple months. All right.
Yeah. Couple months. Then I got a low tire warning on a different tire.
Oh man.
That's when it gets dangerous.
So I started doing it on both
You
sides.
could flip that thing.
And then
Air.
I went.
Okay.
I went and looked at it again, and they were particularly low, and it only held the air for a few hours.
So you got a split in that sucker.
So I take it to my local tire man, and I say, hey, I think, and I'm crossing my fingers. I say, hey, I think I got a slow leak that I'm hoping you can patch in one of both. Can you check both these out?
And nowadays, I feel like they just laugh when you say patch, like, okay.
No. So I've been going to these guys for a long time.
Oh, they've patched you up before.
They've patched me multiple times.
So they know you're a patcher.
They know I'm a patcher.
Okay.
And so I go and I tell the guys, and he's like, yeah, okay, I'll take a look at it. And
yes, sir, we'll look at your bald tires.
I jump into the truck, and Susan and I we're going to go home. We're actually going to go run some errands. And so I'm going, and before we're out of the parking lot, my phone rings. The guy's like, dude, have you left yet? I'm like, no, I'm still in the parking. He goes, you got to come back. He goes, we need to replace all 4 of these tires. These are you got cord showing on this one. You've got like a sidewall bubble on one side, and this other one, there's no tread left on it at all.
There's a used tire guy on Anaheim Boulevard I can connect you with.
I need to buy all 4. And he goes, and by the way, you're going to need
he's got those good ones.
alignment.
Like they steal them off of good cars, I think.
4 tires and alignment.
How long have you gone since your last tire change?
A while.
It sounds like a while.
That sounds like a while, doesn't it? That sounds like a minute.
This car has almost 200,000 miles on it now.
Yeah, okay.
And this is the 3rd set of tires.
You and Susan drive this car?
Yes.
Susan!
Who has the lead foot?
Neither one of us.
Okay, all right.
Well, Susan has a much heavier foot than I do. She is
Listen,
the
Mr.
one.
Pet Boys over there.
I'm
You
just
don't need
asking.
a lead foot.
Yeah, I'm just
Tires
asking.
need to be replaced.
I mean, tires like that.
She's
You
the
rolling.
one. She's always got her scrubs and her hospital IDs, so she's basically immune.
Okay, I got
they,
you.
They cut her some
Yeah,
slack.
they did you a favor.
You guys both commute a lot. You go to Santa Barbara
Yeah.
a lot. It's a lot of miles to put on a car.
Yeah. See, when that light comes on, that's a warning. There's a
So
problem.
4
with your
tires plus alignment.
And so the guy says to me, he goes, well,
It's about $1,000.
These are not quite, but we're getting close.
Yeah.
We didn't quite hit comma territory.
yeah.
But he's like, hey, look, these are X performance tires.
So did you tell Kelly that part of her graduation gift was new tires on your car?
I said to him, hey, what else can we do other than those? He goes, well, I've got these.
The graduation card just has a receipt of the
Can
tires.
you actually sell that? Part of your gift is on my car?
We went low ball.
Oh, did you really? Okay.
We went low
Smart.
ball.
Smart.
Give me the standard ones. I don't need the...
Yeah, right.
Car's been around. It's got 200,000 miles.
Yeah.
That
I don't
car's
need the
not
weather
even-
tire.
Whoa. You didn't go Goodyears?
No.
Or Continental? Are you saying you went with our friends that maybe they might be foreign tires?
Hercules.
Not Kirkland tires.
It is a brand that I have never, ever heard of. He goes, so the ones he wanted to sell me were Hankook, which are really good,
those are good.
expensive
Yeah,
tires.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, hell no.
You're like, no to Hankook.
They're like $300 a crack.
Yeah, but
I'm
they're
like,
Hankook.
Yeah, but not the ones I
They're
got.
going to pop the same way as the cheap ones.
This is true.
There's something, when you're riding on Goodyear tires, you feel different.
It's like the
Or
McDowell's
the
of
Michelin Man,
tires.
Sounds
the
like a
Michelin Man,
commercial.
you know,
Yeah.
you feel good.
It is McDowell's of tires.
McDowell's of tires? The arcs?
Yeah.
The golden
my
arcs?
My tires do not have sesame seed buns.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. Wow. They're driving, though. Yeah,
hey,
man.
I had a beautiful driving, nice and smooth and quiet. Yeah, I was cruising today.
Unbelievable. Yes.
The good thing is nobody's going to like steal your tires.
No. You know, like the one redeeming thing about new tires, they look really nice. Not these.
Really?
They're already like brown and scuffed up.
Brown, yeah.
They're functional.
They look like been in the sun for months.
I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a homie hack. Ready? You go rent a car, the same model, same as yours.
Yeah.
Swap out the tires. You return it with your use. You got new tires.
That's bad karma.
That's bad
That
karma.
is brilliant.
That's the homie hack.
That is brilliant. Oh, my God. Wow.
You're gonna spend $35 renting that car,
That
right?
is brilliant.
$35? Where are you renting the car?
He's going to for a couple hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I'm done.
Right, here you go.
Sir, you've had the car for 90 minutes. Yep, got
No one
exactly
checks
what
the
I needed.
tires. Oh, my God. That's look at you. Wow.
Or he's also the guy that rents hotels for a couple hours.
Whoa, hey, easy.
We used to do that for movies. We'd bring VCRs because the movies on demand would come out before the movies hit
And you would
Blockbuster.
tape it?
So we would go and we'd hook up the VCR and tape the movies and
What are you talking
about?
Right.
That seems like a lot of work to get a bootleg copy of Cocktail.
I had to have the Matrix. I had
Oh,
to have
was it the
first.
Matrix?
Oh my God, I had to have it.
So
yes.
you went, wait. You went to a hotel.
We rented a hotel room.
That rents by the hour.
Yes,
Yeah. You order the Matrix and you record it.
correct.
So you had to bring your VCR.
Bring a VCR.
In like a
and we
luggage
have to
bag.
use pliers because they're not the ones that screw in.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have to like take it apart. You know what I mean?
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work, but it worked though. We did it.
Why
that's
does
a lot of
that
work.
type of establishment have like first release
Well, I
pay-per-view
don't think it
Well,
was
it wasn't
really
by
a-
the hour.
I don't think it was really a by
no,
the
that,
hour.
that was introduced.
But a lot of them have like HBO.
Yes.
And
No, I understand
stuff like
that
in it.
because you're driving to Tulsa and you want to stop at the family and you want to watch HBO
I
that
think it was
night.
actually
I get that.
it was the Ritz actually.
Listen, just because you use a hotel for a couple hours doesn't mean you want more entertainment.
The Matrix.
Yeah.
had
on
to
the
have
red
it, bro.
dress.
Had to have it.
When
Come
was
on.
the Matrix going to come out on VHS?
How about we
after
turn on the
that?
Matrix?
Like 1996.
99. I had to have it.
I'm just
Yes.
saying, you couldn't wait another month
No,
and a half?
I had to have it. Yes.
Okay.
It's my
Well, he's
movie.
watching The Matrix. I'm making The Matrix.
Oh my God. Hey, save some of those ideas, man. Those are good, Jorge. Yeah.
Oh, he's got plenty of them.
Save
Don't
some
worry.
of those. Yeah. Don't tell anybody. That's good.
Is 2 months too long to drive on flat tires?
Yeah, a little bit. That's
Damn it,
dangerous.
like dangerous tires, yeah.
Yeah.
They would fill
Because you
up.
can
You had a
blow
bubble
out.
and you had.
I didn't know the bubble was there.
Yeah, you don't want to have a blowout. That's
Was it
bad.
inside the bubble inside the tire?
Yeah,
Had to be because you would have seen it.
I would have seen it.
Because if it was on the outside and you
Then I would
just
have
let it go, okay, yeah, right.
And if I had noticed the cords, I would have gone to get that.
Oh, Beto
fixed.
Duran checked in on the text. He says, I got a wholesale tire guy. Travis screwed up.
Well, where was he yesterday?
First of all, if you have an issue like
away.
this, you always reach out to Jorge and Beto in a group chat. You just say, who's got my deal?
Who's got what?
That's
Okay.
that fair.
Okay. Also, apparently, Beto's been has some new slang because he texted Parker the other day, "bet" in response to something.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a you hanging around young people
That's
phrase
old
to
school.
bring
Yeah,
back.
that's almost
That's old
gone.
school.
That's almost
it's
gone
coming
through.
back. It's
Oh,
like
it
in
is?
the
Bet?
90s.
Yeah, that's back in the 80s.
Oh, bet?
Yeah.
Got it.
Bet.
So Michael, my son Michael, you'd ask him to do something, bet.
Bet.
That means yes,
Yes.
or okay. And even he's like cycled out of it. He doesn't say bet.
It's
Now-
like coming in and out and around
Yeah.
in the 90s and stuff. It's all these phrases, but it was interesting that Beto was like, "Oh, bet."
You should see Travis when I text him. He goes, Simon.
Simone.
I like when I get to send you a text and I get to put the upside down question mark or exclamation point. I like to use
Gotta
my
hold
proper
down the
Spanish
question mark for a little bit
Yeah, I
more.
love that.
Speaking of holding it down, this is a bad segue, but game one of the Western Conference Finals tonight, the Oklahoma City Thunder and those Minnesota Timberwolves. Coverage begins at 5:30 p.m. tip-off. You'll hear it on 7:10 a.m. and on the app, the ESPN tile. Meanwhile, at 5:30, you know what we're doing?
What?
We're going to keep Sedano and Cap going on YouTube only and on the app. They're very upset. Sedano did a whole segment just ripping Greg and I about it. And then he opened the phones, which he never does. Who's going to actually watch this on YouTube? And actually, a lot of people said, yeah, we'll watch.
Wow.
So he was even more upset.
that didn't
Then
work.
Cappy's Comrex went down because of the construction here yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So then Sedano and I do this show alone.
Did you guys have trouble yesterday?
Exactly. What now?
DeMarco?
Say again.
Did you guys have technical
all
problems
kinds
yesterday?
of
We did.
stuff, yeah.
The first segment, we had to go like 20
we had to
minutes.
go 30 minutes.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
first
It
segment
just kept
'cause
going.
We could not break.
And DeMarco don't have 30 minutes of content.
Oh, come on, stop. You know, I do have a question.
DeMarco are great.
If you were the NBA, who would you want to win the West? Minnesota or OKC?
Minnesota.
I think you're fine in the West either way.
Minnesota.
I think the problem is in the East.
You want New York to win that one.
In
Of
the
course.
In the West, you've got Anthony Edwards, who might be the next big thing.
They didn't go through all this
Right.
stuff with the Luka trade to end up with the Pacers and OKC.
Right. New York, that's a
OKC,
no-brainer.
You got Shea, who's going to win the MVP. They won, what did they win, 65 games or something like that?
Shea, Caruso, and one other guy.
They've got a star and the best team. That sells itself.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards sells himself. The
Sexy,
Pacers,
though. They got sizzle. Minnesota has sizzle.
they have a guy. The rest of it, I don't know how much sizzle there
Gobert
is.
counts. I mean, defensive player of the year? No?
Nobody
Okay.
cares about that.
If he gets 21 rebounds like he did against the Lakers that night.
The Knicks,
That's the team you
Knicks?
want them in.
Oh,
yeah.
did you? I mean, this New York celebration.
Oh, my God, yes. Yeah.
the Knicks have to go to the finals.
Oh, don't worry, they will.
If you're the league.
You think so?
If you're the league.
They're going to make it so, Scott Foster?
They have to. If you have Indiana against OKC.
Yeah, the Knicks are going to the line 50 times a game.
And as a Jordan guy, let me tell you what brings me amazing pleasure.
What?
That Reggie Miller is going to have to, as his final broadcast on TNT,
Oh, that's funny.
is going to watch his Pacers lose to the New York Knicks. That's almost as bad as losing to the Bulls.
Oh, that's great.
How many times do you think we're going to see Reggie doing this to Spike,
With
over
Spike?
the next couple of days?
Oh, my God.
A
Ad
million?
nauseum.
But
Oh,
I'm
wow.
going to do it to Reggie because, Reggie, that's all you did against Jordan.
Reggie did score 8 points in like 4 seconds to beat the Knicks that day. That was
Okay,
pretty
great.
cool.
How many championships has he
Oh,
won? You want to go
stop
down
it.
this road again?
No.
You cut that one
You
off
don't have
quick.
the energy because your Dodgers have lost 4 straight.
No, I have plenty of energy. I just find that boring.
And you're out thousands of dollars over the weekend.
That's true.
draining you.
It's a lot.
There'll be more.
He's had to tap into that.
There'll be more. Come on.
He's had to tap into that Jim Rome foiled up money that he hides in the wall.
Oh, in the freezer?
Kind of like John
Yeah.
Hamm does in the new show. He
Yeah.
hides it in the wall.
It's in the freezer marked veal.
If I had freezer money,
What? No? Be gone? Island somewhere?
I
Come
would
on.
be long gone.
Yes.
Long gone.
You wouldn't be on
He's
Bourbon
got it.
Street
He's
laying on
got
a
it. He just says
bus?
he doesn't have it. He's
No,
got
not
it.
Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Not Bourbon
Did
Street.
you see the guys that escaped jail?
It's like a bunch of, was
and
it
they
like
found
7 or 8 guys?
And they found them on Bourbon Street.
They found 6 so far.
Come on, man.
How many got away?
10.
Yeah, 10, 11.
So there's still 4 loose?
Still 4 out. The 4 smart ones. Yeah.
So they didn't go to Bourbon Street? Yeah, they go with it.
Passed out on a
Does
bus
Ziwan
stop.
Tanejo?
Wow.
Yeah, Ziwatanejo.
There you go. Unreal.
Shots up.
You got a last man standing, man?
I do.
Yeah?
Oh, bring it.
Last man standing coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland, today at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
I was going to say, Mace,
You
it
have to bring
started
it out.
out that you were the weird one, and I may have out-weirded you at
Yeah,
this
you
point.
have gotten weird.
Yeah, so,
The older you get, the weirder you get.
Well,
I
you know
think
what? The older you get, the less apologetic you
Correct.
get about your quirks.
we all get less. We all get more weird because we lose our inhibitions.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their 1-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey, John Ireland here, Laker fans. Meet Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. It's a natural, healthier alternative packed with ultra-premium ingredients like organic agave, electrolytes, essential B vitamins, natural caffeine, and it's NSF Sports certified. It fights fatigue, sharpens focus, and supports your immune system, so you stay locked in longer without the crash. Grab the limited edition Lakers can and rep the team in style. Pro Baller Energy. Champions choose clean energy.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protected by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from refilings.com.
It's time to make your yard the best on the block with Memorial Day savings at the Home Depot. Start by keeping the weeds at bay with Earthgrow mulch, now 4 for $10. Then keep your garden thriving with Miracle Grow garden soil, now on special buy, 4 for $10. Give your neighbors yard envy all summer long with Memorial Day savings going on now at the Home Depot.
We've got a last man standing for the crew. Chris, have you done a last man standing with us?
Not with you guys.
Not
Back in
with
the old
us?
morning show days I have. but-
Right. Okay. So you know how it works. You got to try to see who's left. And I think this one is going to be interesting, and it's going to be a little bit unexpected. So, well, the order is going to be unexpected. So Forbes put out its list of the top, highest paid world athletes.
Oh.
For 2025. And this is-
Paid or like total
so
money?
here's what it is. It is both combination of on-field earnings and off-the-field earnings. So it's the total earnings. And this is from May 1st, 2024 to May 1st, 2025.
Okay.
Okay, so it's for this May to May.
Okay.
All right? I want you to give me the top 10. All right? So I'm going to start with DeMarco.
I'll go with pretty boy, abs, jumps high, soccer player, Ronaldo.
Ronaldo is number one on the
Ah,
list.
okay.
So Ronaldo's
Gotta
number
be.
one with a total of $275 million in total earnings last
He
year.
plays in that Saudi league where they pay him just a fortune, right?
He has on-field earnings of $225 million.
Yikes.
All for kicking a ball.
In 1 year. Chris.
I wanted to say LeBron, but no, he's probably not on that list anymore.
All the endorsements?
LeBron James.
LeBron James is number 6 on the list.
Okay.
And he previously has been flirting with number 1 before. He has a total earnings of $133.8 million last year. Travis.
Wow. Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yes. Barely making the top 10 at number 9.
There we go.
He has a total of $102.5 million with on-the-field earnings. That's what hurts you because
Right.
on the field is only $2.5
Right.
million.
But he makes like
$100
$100 million off the field.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He made exactly $100 million by Forbes' estimation.
He's on those Hello Kitty erasers now.
He's on everything.
Or whatever that thing is that they do this now for.
Yeah.
The
That's his face cream.
Korean skincare.
Yeah.
Okay, Jorge.
Who doesn't like Korean skincare?
It is great skincare.
Face cream, yeah. I'm going to go with the opposite of DeMarco. Lionel Messi. You said world athletes? Please
Yes.
be in there. Please be in
Do
there.
it, Trav. Do it.
Messi's at number 5. He's at $135 million.
Two, and Ronaldo makes more than me, and I'm not going to do it until I get in the top 3.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
Oh, okay. DeMarco, you're next.
So we got Ronaldo, we got Messi, we got Ohtani. Who else did we pick?
And these are current athletes,
Yes,
right?
current athletes. You got Ronaldo, Messi, LeBron, and Ohtani is all the ones that we have guessed so far. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left.
I'm going to stick with soccer then.
Okay.
That single name guy. Is Neymar on the list?
No.
No! Oh, dang.
And
Oh,
Jocko's
okay.
the first person off this list. Neymar did not grace the list. Another soccer player is on the list, but Chris, you're next.
I'm going to shock and awe you.
Go.
You ready, Trav? Mike Trout.
Mike Trout is not
I thought
on
because
the
of all
list
the
in top
endorsements.
10. Yeah, unfortunately. Sorry. Traps.
Patrick Mahomes. He's in
that's a
every
good one.
commercial on TV.
That's a good one.
Jorge wins.
All right.
Jorge gets to guess.
Hi, Jorge.
La Chona? Should I play La Chona?
Yeah, play La Chona.
Okay.
Hang on.
I'll dance for you.
What would your next guess have been, Jorge?
You said another soccer player?
Yes.
He plays in Saudi League.
The guy with the funny name. Mbappe.
Mbappe?
Mbappe.
We'll go Mbappe.
He's everywhere.
No, it's not Mbappe.
He's not on there? Oh,
So
okay.
here's the full top 10 list from Forbes, and it's total earnings on field and off
Before
field.
you go, is there an F1 driver on there?
Not in top 10.
Okay.
By the way, have you seen that preview for the Brad Pitt F1?
Oh, yeah. It looks good.
It looks
does look-
amazing.
yeah,
I'm
it looks
so excited.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's from the same guys that did Talk of Maverick, so you're going to like it.
Oh, beautiful.
Number 1 is Ronaldo with $275 million total. Number 2, Steph Curry.
Steph!
Wow.
Oh,
$156 million total.
Wow.
Number 3 is boxing. Tyson Fury.
Oh,
Tyson
okay.
Fury is $146 million total.
Wow.
Number 4 is our first NFL player.
And it's
Dak.
Lamar Holmes?
Lamar.
It's Dak Prescott.
Dak!
At
Wow.
$137 million, he signed a new deal.
Speaking of choking.
Then it's Messi, $135 million. Then it's LeBron James, $133.8 million. Then it's Juan Soto,
I was going to guess.
$114 million total.
Saving
Then Karim Benzema.
Karim Benzema.
Benzema?
Yeah, he's
He's
French.
a French soccer player.
Dang.
At $104 million, Shohei Ohtani. And then rounding out the top 10, Kevin Durant, $101.4 million. Yeah.
KD's a surprise. I've never even heard of the Benzema. Benzema? Never even heard
Sounds
of
like a
that guy.
disease, right?
Yeah,
If
you
you have
gotta put the
Benzema.
cream
And
on it.
Neymar is at 25 on the
25.
list.
Emily, what was the time frame on this for Forbes?
This is from May 1st,
May to May.
2024 to May 1st, 2025.
Okay.
DeMarco, pay attention.
He had 2 fights with Usyk. That's Fury. No wonder.
Right.
Okay, 2 big fights, and he lost them both.
And the top 5 NBA players that I just pulled because you can separate it by sport. Top 5 were number 1 was Steph Curry, number 2 was LeBron, number 3 was KD, number 4 was Giannis, and number 5 was Dame.
Oh.
Wow.
All
Dope.
Interesting.
Interesting.
With the amount of commercials that Patrick Mahomes is in, I can't believe he's not on that list because he makes like $50 million a year.
He's at 118. Sorry, he's 18 on the list. He
18,
makes
not that
$86.8
close.
million last year, 58 from playing, 28 from off the field.
Maybe next year?
Maybe.
If it's May to May?
Maybe.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, but he choked in the Super Bowl.
He
Now, I wasn't
choked.
awake for that because, I almost died 10-23, but
Getting it in.
I got it in now. I forgot in the first hour.
Love it. You know they're going to be back, though.
And you know he cut his hair, which
They are.
is
They're going to
Yeah.
be.
can be
Tell me
good
in
or
the
bad.
East who's not going to be back. I
They're
mean, in
gonna
the
be
East.
back.
Tell me in the AFC who could beat them still.
Buffalo.
No, but Josh
Baltimore.
Allen's tried.
Bengals
Buffalo.
could.
Buffalo, Baltimore, the same characters.
I would pick.
It's
Yeah.
the same crap.
I
Again.
would pick KC, but Buffalo has a chance.
A
Yeah,
chance, but
yeah.
I still pick a KC.
Baltimore.
By the way, the Rams, if they don't win 13 games with that schedule, it's a failure. They are a 13-14 win team.
That's fair. If they don't win the division, I would say that's a failure.
Wow,
if
how
they
can
don't make
not-
the playoffs,
who's
that's a
going to
failure.
beat them in the division? Like
That's
really?
what I'm saying. If you don't make it, if you don't win the division, if you don't make the playoffs, that's a failure. I don't know how many wins that actually will net.
The reason the win total, I think, Chris,
Yeah.
is probably pretty close, is because of the 2 non-divisional divisions they play.
Yes.
That they play the AFC and NFC
Oh.
South. Those are the 2
Oh.
worst divisions in football.
Yeah.
So you get 8 games against those teams. You should probably win 6 of those.
And the Niners aren't going to be exceptionally good. So you could,
Split
if you
with the
split the
Niners.
Niners and you split Seattle.
Say you just split the division,
Right.
Say you go 3-3 in the division, and you win 6 of those other games, right? In those 8, there's
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to find. You got
4
Philly,
more.
you got
Yeah.
Detroit, you got Baltimore, you've got who else am I forgetting in there? I think 11 is probably the number.
11, 12,
you think
13?
I think 13.
Yeah. Okay. Who
I
do you
think
have them losing to?
Well,
Philly?
Why don't we do this next?
Okay. Who do you got them? Philly is number
Well,
1,
next
right?
we got Factor Cap.
Well, after that, so 10:45,
Okay.
we're going to break
Let
down
me
the
write
Rams
that
schedule
down.
to levels beyond intelligence.
13 wins. Who are
What
they
does
losing
that
to?
look
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to go hardcore Rams schedule. Why not?
Why not?
Let's go hard.
11 is 11.
Plus, you spent all that money over the weekend, so I just really want
Dude,
to.
I've left a lot of stuff out, by the way.
Like what?
A lot more money spent?
Like Kelly
Yeah.
had to wear a dress. Did you buy that dress too?
No.
Oh.
Didn't. Well, Susan probably did. So
Well,
yeah, so
that's-
yes.
Susan!
has a job. Susan has her own income.
Yeah, she works at the hospital across from the hospital where I almost died.
Yeah.
1026.
Really packing it in the 10
You're
o'clock
making
hour.
it up.
I am.
Look at
So
you.
we were a little delinquent on a Mother's Day gift that we finally punched the ticket on this weekend.
oh.
Wait a minute. You
okay.
didn't mention that.
What'd you do?
Apple Watch.
Oh, nice. Her first?
Yeah.
Now, wait a
Okay.
minute.
And
Whoa,
do you
whoa, whoa.
sign it as for the kids too?
No.
Okay, good.
So here's the thing.
You didn't, you
Is
didn't
the
give them a
app-
percentage?
They didn't do anything.
Did you go Apple Watch cash out the door or Apple Watch on the plan?
On the plan.
Okay, so you're deferring it like the Dodgers defer Otani.
Yes.
Which is why Otani's only number 9.
There you go.
It's deferred. I'm trying to think what else we
You
did.
got a hack for an Apple Watch, Jorge?
Oh, he's got plenty. He's got Apple Watches in the trunk.
Oh, you can't say it? Okay.
Haircuts.
Haircuts. You got to have it.
So Bobby comes into town.
$30 a pop?
Yeah. So he wanted to get his, and I'm like, yeah, I needed one too. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go with you. So I picked up the haircuts.
Okay.
Another
Sports clips.
No, because Bobby's got good hair, so he wants to get,
Can you imagine if Travis didn't pick up the haircuts for his kids? He's just like, okay,
I bought the haircut.
$40 for mine.
Right.
Which, by the way, that's exactly what it was. And I'm used to my supercuts, which is $25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's how much
It was
per cut?
40 times 2 plus a tip.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Got a tip.
Yeah,
Yes.
double tip.
Got a tip.
Well, sometimes you got to double tip. 10:27.
Bill Belichick?
That might be part of what he likes.
Red pants, double tips. Factor cap coming up next.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason in Ireland on 710.
There are a handful of people on the planet, and I'm one of them, who can function on very little sleep. Bill Clinton, Kobe Bryant, Tiger Woods, me, we don't need sleep. If I slept tonight for 1 hour, I'll be back on the show tomorrow and you won't be able to tell. If you slept for 1 hour, you would call in sick.
Oh, I need 10 hours of sleep.
Right. But what I admire about you is you worked so hard in the beginning that you're now enjoying the fruits of your labor.
Yes.
I don't have that club in my back.
Right, and I value, and it's not that you don't have quality of life, but I really value quality of life. By the way, Brian, you heard what you just wrote down. You said,
great comparisons.
You said great comparisons. There's Tiger Woods, there's Kobe Bryant, and there's me.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Next at noon.
Mason in Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Memorial Day at Morongo is so much fun that after Monday, I'm taking off Tuesday. And now the top reasons to visit Morongo.
Memorial Day freebie. Get a free red, white, and blue hydration bottle the 26th.
Number 2.
Neo, live June 20th. Get tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Ford Mustang Mach-E. Earn entries now playing table games. And you could drive off in a Mustang the 31st.
Morongo, good times.
Decisions determine results. So which path do I want to take? Help people in need or stand on the sidelines watching? Worry about how to pay for school or have my education?
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their 1-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 Blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double Down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
In real time, and fans can get more out of every winning moment with AI-enhanced replays.
Unbelievable! What a play!
See how Dell Technologies with Intel Inside can power your wins at Dell.com/win.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Aloha. Choop.
Choop? What's
Can
that
you-
one?
Yeah, tell them what it is.
That means be quiet in like some Indian dialect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I keep
like
hearing that from my daughter's friends. Choop, choop. That means close your mouth.
Zip it.
Yeah.
I like that, right?
Gosh,
I'm abiding by the until
You
I'm
barely
ready
can
to
get
go.
through the English portion of this show with
Yeah.
the CTE.
ESL for me.
So there was a band called the All American Rejects. They were very popular in like the late to mid 2000s, so like 2008 to like 2013 maybe. They were on like the Transformers soundtrack and stuff. Their famous song is Dirty Little Secret and Gives You Hell and Move Along are probably like the biggest ones you could think of. So anyway, they're having a little bit of a mini revival amongst how everything's cyclical. They are signing up where you could they're doing a house tour where they're going to go to fans' houses, backyards, and play gigs.
Oh,
and you can sign up by just pitching your idea to the band. They put it out on their social media. You can sign a QR code, and they'll pick random houses and host the parties there.
For free?
Now, if Travis does
No.
this and wins, will you actually show up to Travis's house for this?
If All American Rejects are there, yeah, sure I'll go. I'm not sure about if it's free or not. They might bring their own stuff, but you
Can't
have to
be
provide
free.
other
No
things.
way. Can't
You
be
probably have
free.
to pay the hard
Yeah.
cost,
I think
as we said.
the tickets to go are probably not free. Either way, they're doing a cool thing, and I think it's great. But it got me thinking. I used to, at UVA, occasionally, where I went to school, there'd be a mini band or a band that would go, and we'd always go to that band's house party because they were really great at playing stuff. It's called the Kendall Street Company. And they've gone on mini tours and stuff. They're not huge, but it was fun. So you have been to an intimate performance of a band or a singer you care about. It's like small, not like a huge, but just like maybe 100 people there or something like that. So you've been to an intimate performance with someone you care about. Travis, Factor Cap.
It's fact, but I want to make one little caveat. It's not necessarily something I care about, but it's a band that ultimately kind of hit and was on the radio. And you guys remember Toad the Wet Sprocket?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
So Toad the Wet Sprocket was a Santa Barbara band.
Oh, really?
And so they used to play college parties in Isla Vista, and you would occasionally go to a place and they would be playing, and you would get to see them. The next thing you know, they had songs on K-Rock and things like that. So it was, I didn't really care because, as we know, music is none of my business, but at least it was one of those bands that you knew them before they went super big.
All right, Chris?
Yes. So, I'm trying to look it up because I forgot. But the Strokes. Anyway, so once I spent
the Strokes or
no.
Wow. Sorry. 1034.
So thank you. So I once spent a lot of money. A lot of it apparently went to charity to sit in like the first few rows of an intimate, only 200 people, of a Michael Bolton concert at the Grove in Anaheim.
You're a huge fan.
Okay.
And I just remember the name. This is what happens a lot of times with my brain now. He does his performance. It's incredible. And this is like the heart of his performances. And you know he's battling brain cancer right now.
I didn't know
There's
that.
a People magazine out, and it doesn't look great. And so
Hang
a
in
lot
there.
of positivity to Michael Bolton. But in the middle of it, he goes, let me bring out my friend, Richard Marx.
No way.
And they like sing a couple songs together. It was really cool.
That's
So
very
I've-
cool.
yes,
Those
I've
are
done
two
it.
big voices in a small room.
And then I ended up getting to see Bruce Springsteen, who I've paid a lot of money to see, in a private, because of my friend who's a media reporter, super cool. A private Netflix show here in Hollywood. But I didn't buy tickets to that.
How small of a room?
50 people.
No
And he
way.
just said,
Awesome.
Marty Scorsese interviewed him. Then all of a sudden, he goes, Bruce, why don't we get your guitar out? And they're like, security are watching like no phones. Like they took phones from people.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Bruce is just like singing songs, and I was like, oh
How
my
many
God.
songs did he sing?
Like 3. It was
That's
incredible.
awesome.
That's
Very
fantastic.
cool.
But I didn't pay for that. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Still very cool.
But yeah.
DeMarco.
This reminds me of Fast Times. Remember how Jeff Spicoli went out?
He hired Van Halen to play his birthday
His
party
birthday
after he saved Brooke Shields from drowning.
Brooke Shields from drowning and hires Van Halen to play his birthday
bad.
party and blows all the money. That's fun. Yeah, I
You
did
didn't even
see.
have to buy tires that weekend.
Fact, I did see, and it's on YouTube actually. It was a concert at the House of Blues. It was D'Angelo. D'Angelo was on his Voodoo
No
World
shot
Tour.
Travis knows who D'Angelo
His
is.
world tour.
D'Angelo Russell, second pick
No.
for the Lakers out of Ohio State. What are you talking about?
This is when he was skinny, when he was still popular. He did this show at the House of Blues here, and I saw him, and it was like 100 people in there. It was so cool, and it was a contact high for everybody in the room.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, yes. So yes, fact.
Jorge?
Fact. One of my first gigs, KLYY 97.5. Jose. They had a contest with listeners. and
Jose's the
stuff.
name of the
Jose's
station, Travis.
Yes. So they gave away tickets for Disneyland, and they gave the employees as well. And the cool thing about this concert was to watch Intocable. They gave away Mickey Mouse straw hats with the ears on them. To this day, I still have mine and Brenda's. And when
That's
we were at
awesome.
the park, they're like, "Well, that's
Very cool.
Yeah. So it's been like 12 or some years. So yeah, that's
Nice.
I think Chris wins that one.
That-
Springsteen
by
with
far.
50 people.
Yeah, but I didn't pay for that.
But you still were there.
But yeah, that's not the gist of
Yeah.
it. You don't have to pay for it to be in a cool, intimate
Okay,
setting.
okay.
John Oliver, I watch his show every week. I'm a big fan. He put out 2 minor leagues across the country. He wants to redesign a minor league team in the United States. They said, as long as you give it over to us, we will rename you, give you a new mascot, new lore, give you a new team name, redesign your stadium. Like the Last Week Tonight group wants to do that. And they got a bunch of submissions, including one from Fredericksburg Nationals, which is like the one in my hometown, because their mascot is Gus, who is George Washington's imaginary friend from growing up. Look up an image of Gus. He's scary. Regardless, he chose the Erie Seawolves to redesign their entire look and branding of their organization. So, minor league baseball mascots are by far the best mascots in the United States. Chris,
Fact. I'll go with that. Why not? I like fun and frivolity.
Yes, and that's what those mascots are. You got the flying squirrels, you
Yeah.
got the Montgomery biscuits, you got crazy stuff. DeMarco, what about you?
Fact. I don't know why you hate the Savannah Bananas. They're so much fun.
Then you should go.
They're not minor league
What's
either.
your problem with the
I'm
Savannah
saying,
Bananas?
see, they're fun
For some
though. I
reason,
like
don't
the
the Harlem
mascots.
Globetrotters. It's nonsense.
I do like the fun though. The fun
You're at
mascots.
the wrong radio station if you don't like nonsense.
Then you guys should go. Maybe I
And they're
am.
working hard. They have to entertain
Maybe I am.
people.
Listen,
for minor
you
league
can't
baseball.
get. You spent a lot of money. You need this. You need this.
Yeah, I've been in Hartford. They didn't have a major league sport there, so we would go to the Yard Goat games all the time. Go Goats. Travis, what about you?
No, it's the NBA. It's Cap. The NBA has like acrobats and high flyers and all sorts
so you
of
want performance, not
I want something.
frivolity.
I mean, some guy just shaking his pelvis back and forth doesn't really do it for me. But,
Why do you have to cause me to do these things?
But like Rocky the Mountain Lion from
You
the
would not.
Nuggets, that guy, get away from me.
Oh, right there.
That guy
there.
jumping from the rafters and doing all the get your pelvis on the other side of the room.
So you like the BYU Cougar because that guy does a lot of stunts.
I like
Jorge
that
likes
guy,
the Cougars.
the daredevil stuff.
In those hour motels.
Wow.
You said that, not me.
Jorge, what do you think?
No,
about
I like
this?
it. One of my favorite logos is the one from El Paso, the Chihuahua. It's just a little cool Chihuahua who's angry. Yeah, they're fun.
Chihuahuas are
they're annoying.
awful little animals.
No, my mother's a big Chihuahua
What's
person.
wrong with Chihuahuas? They're cool.
And they're super aggressive.
Yeah,
I'm on Travis's side.
good guard dogs. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, they're annoying.
They are good, like security. So, like, my diagonal neighbor has a yippy dog, and I can hear anytime anyone comes over here. So, at least it's
Great
security.
guard dogs.
I'm looking at Gus M.
Yeah.
Gus is pretty weird looking.
Oh yeah.
Gus, the imaginary friend of George Washington.
The concept of that is very funny.
Yeah, because Fredericksburg is where George Washington's childhood home, etc. Okay, so it's today's Cher's birthday. Birthday
hey.
Cher. And it got me thinking of...
That's
What
my
are you
show.
trying to do?
Whoa.
What is that about?
First of all,
what she does.
that whole thing you're doing right there is not
That's
appropriate
Cher.
for YouTube.
That's Cher.
Not our part of
She goes
YouTube.
like this.
Blur it out. We'll blur it out on
What
YouTube.
is that? What are you doing?
That's what she does. She goes, that's her thing.
Do you realize what an amazing... She had a #1 hit in like
Not
4
saying
decades.
she's not an
For
talented
different for
performer.
decades.
She acts. She sings.
When she came out with "Believe,"
Yeah.
that was like the song of the year in
It
1998.
But I'd never heard that or saw it. I don't know what that is.
When you do that.
It's very strange.
Okay. Anyway.
I'm putting my pelvis away
I was
now.
thinking.
What is that?
I was thinking of one-named people that go by one name. LeBron, Cher, there's a million of them. If you were
Messi.
going to go by one name, you would want your first name, not the last name. Because people were like, oh, Mahomes, Marino. So if you're going to be by one name, you'd want to go by your first name, DeMarco Fatricap.
I gotta be. I mean, Far. I can't go by Far.
There's a lot of Fars.
There's a lot of Fars, but that Far.
Yeah,
How do you explain
you're
that? Far.
DeMarco.
Yeah,
DeMarco. Or my middle name.
What is it?
Marcellus.
Marcellus.
No, we already had one of those at the station.
Yeah, I can go by my middle name.
And he was far more talented than
Yeah,
you.
in some places they only know me as my middle name.
Really?
Ah, well, yeah, of course.
Who calls you Marcellus?
In various areas
By the
in
way, why
Atlanta.
do you
Various places in Atlanta.
I understand.
Yeah.
Some Little Pepper Wings.
certain neighborhoods in Atlanta.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Got it.
All right, Jorge, you'd want to go by your first name.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can go either my last name or here. Everybody calls me Jorge, or they call me Briones. So funny story. In my TV days, my jacket, I would leave it on my tripod. So they give it to one of the PAs. Hey, go give it to George. So PA comes to me. He's like, hey, man, do you know who George is? I'm like, it's me. Fool. Why? He's like, they told me to give this to George. I don't know who George is. I know you by Briones. I thought that was your name. So I was like, yeah, I'll go by my last name. That works.
Travis.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go Travis because Rogers is just such a common last name.
Rogers might be cool though. Rogers.
T-Raj.
Rogers might be
You
cool.
think?
That's a Bond villain. Rogers.
It is?
Just one name. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's so many Rogers.
Right. Like Rogers, That's
Yeah.
like mysterious.
Okay.
Is there more to that?
Yeah, maybe.
No,
I
there's
don't know.
not.
Yeah, I don't think so. Travis, I think. My name is pretty
Travis?
down the
Okay.
middle of the
Yeah,
fairway.
right
There's
there.
not a
You're
lot
going to
there.
go by Morales?
Yeah, Morales. Although, obviously I've created my initial CMM is kind of my Brit, or Cardiac Kid now.
I like what Cappy calls you, Christopher Arthur Morales.
Yeah, but Arthur's not my middle name.
I know it's not.
He also does it for Greg.
Where did you get Arthur from?
Because he started with Gregory Arthur Bergman, then it became a bit, then it became Christopher Arthur Morales.
Travis Arthur Rogers. That's funny. Yeah.
All right, that's Fatricap.
Marcellus, huh?
Yeah.
In Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
Can I start calling you that?
No.
Do you think if we call you Marcellus, the real Marcellus will come back?
No. He's...
I don't know why you're playing it, but I
no.
Certain places. They know him as
on
Marcellus.
that side of the room. On that side of the room.
Let me get...
Factor Cap's brought to you by the law office of Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal teams, but with Joe, family always comes first. That's a fact. Call 213-747-2000. 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. Of course, you can go online at normandlegal.com. 213-747-2000. We got a little schedule, little deep dive on
Let's
the
go.
schedule, DeMarco. Coming up next, Trav and Marcellus, 710 ESPN.
Can you lock out with the share?
Hey, neighbor.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No agents, commissions, open houses, or costly repairs. They'll give you a fair cash offer with no surprises. One seller said, and I quote, Seller's Advantage was faster, easier, and more rewarding than listing my house. The offer matched my expectations, and the process was stress-free. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
All right, listen up. Whether you're out for a walk, hitting the gym, or just tackling your day, in this LA heat, chafing is no joke. Take my word for it. That's why you need Highlands Chafing Relief. This stuff is a game changer. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. If you've already got some chafing, Highlands soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Don't let chafing slow you down. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief at Walmart or Target right now.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Don't do that face.
That's what she does.
1046.
Do impressions of her.
Oh, no, they don't put their tongue in that part of their mouth.
They do.
No, they don't.
I don't know where you got that from.
1046 on a live imaging Tuesday on Travis and DeMarco.
Munster. Like Herman Munster over there.
What was the
Happy
one where
birthday,
she
Cher.
sang on the aircraft carrier?
That's the one.
That's this one?
Yes.
Don't do it.
Well, no, the one where she was, you know what I'm talking about.
This isn't the song? Believe?
Well, this is Believe.
This is the one on the aircraft carrier.
Yeah, this is the one that was the monster hit in 1998.
Yes, with the...
and that was her comeback.
The duct tape suit she was wearing.
Like every radio station was playing
no,
this.
she's saying if I could turn back time.
If I can turn back time. That was on the aircraft.
That's the number one hit from the 80s.
There we go.
Will you stop with the tongue? If you're watching on YouTube. If not, I'm sure they're going to clip that because that face of you doing that. Give me some NFL music.
It's my Cher impression.
Oh, God.
So you said 13 wins for the Rams,
I said
right?
13.
Okay, who's the four that's going to beat
let's
them?
go through it.
Okay, so
Week
you got
1, September 7th.
Houston
That's a
coming
win.
here.
That's a win.
That should be a win. At Tennessee.
That's a win.
Okay.
Week 3 at the Eagles. That's
At
a
the-
loss.
You think that's going to be a loss? That's your one.
That's my one.
Indianapolis here.
Win.
Okay, San Francisco here.
Win.
Win. I think that's on Thursday, right?
Yes.
Baltimore.
Loss.
Really, even though it's a standalone. So you play October 2nd, and then you play Baltimore the 12th. So you get rest before, and you get rest after you play Baltimore.
Right. I have that as one of my 4 losses.
Okay, at Jacksonville.
Win.
In London.
Week 8, a bye.
Okay, New Orleans here.
Win.
At San Francisco.
Loss.
Because it's there?
Just because I'm
You're
splitting
it?
the West.
Okay, Seattle. You start your series with Seattle.
Win.
Here. Tampa Bay.
Win.
Here. Carolina there.
Win.
Arizona. There.
Win.
Detroit.
Win.
Win.
At Seattle.
Loss. So that's
At
how I get my
Seattle.
4. Split with Seattle and split with the Niners, and then giving Philly and Baltimore the wins. Now, if they win those games, then it's amazing.
So
I mean, if that
And then
happens, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Falcons win in Week 17.
On
in
Monday
Week
night.
18, Cardinals win.
So you're having them go 3-3 in the West in their own
Basically, yeah.
division.
Yeah. No, I have them losing 2 games.
Losing 2.
And then losing Baltimore and Philly, which they could
You
win
could
those
actually
games.
see all that happening.
Individually, yes, I agree with you with everything except for Detroit. I think that
You think that's a loss?
I do. They've had
But
the
don't
Lions
you-
have had their number
but
the
here's
last
the
few
thing.
times.
Without
Lost
Ben
a lot of good coaches.
They have.
Without Ben Johnson, and I do believe what happened last season in the playoffs is psychologically altering.
It could be.
That team was not supposed to lose like that.
They've struggled with them. They've been close games. They haven't gotten blown out. But until I see it, I'm going to assume that it's going to go.
That
go
Lions
the
team was
same
at
way.
least supposed to
That's
go to
fair.
the NFC Championship against the
No,
Eagles.
they tanked.
Not the Commanders smoking
They
them.
absolutely tanked in the playoffs, but during the regular season, when they've played the Rams specifically,
Yes.
they've looked, not by a lot, but they've looked like the better team.
And they've lost a couple of good coordinators and some front office talent evaluators. So they may be coming back to earth.
The way I see it is the Eagles, the Ravens, and the Lions are the 3 that I kind of put over there and say,
Okay.
if you win any of those 3, that's money in the bank.
Okay.
It's gravy.
It's gravy. The 8 games they play against the NFC South and the AFC South, they're not going to go 8-0. They individually say they're going to beat this team, yes. They're going to beat this team, yes. But 8-0 in those, it's just unlikely. You don't make 8-0 runs like that. But I think they can
sweep
go
the AFC South.
I think you can go
They
6-2. The
Yeah.
Texans are not a bad team.
Not
But
a
you're
bad team,
opening
but
the
you should.
season
But
at
hold on a
home.
second.
and
But
they matched
about
up
it.
well in camp. Yeah.
The Texans game is the first game of the season, always a weird week. Always a weird week. The London game, that's a weird situation.
You got to go there.
Jacksonville?
In London. It's Jacksonville in London. If it were Jacksonville in Jacksonville, no, I don't think they would.
You're
but
talking
London,
just the environment,
I'm just
everything.
saying
They're like 11 and 5,
Weird.
11 and 6 now.
I think that's about what it is.
Really?
Yeah, I do. And I think that's more than enough to win the division. I don't think anybody else in the NFC West gets near 11 games.
Can't believe I'm the Rams homer now. All of a
No,
sudden.
you're good.
It's. I don't think
You're
it's
both
being a
saying the same
homer.
thing.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's being realistic. 6-2 through the NFC South and AFC South. That's good. That's about, I think, the best you could hope for. Maybe 7-1. Those other games are a challenge.
Yes.
The games inside your division, Arizona. So for the last, what do we want to call it, 7 or 8 years, San Francisco had high end on the Rams, except for last year. All
When
of
it
a sudden,
mattered.
it
Right.
flipped.
Right.
So that flips a little bit. Seattle's always kind of been back and forth.
It's a battle.
Arizona has been the one that the Rams have had high hand for about 7 or 8
They've had
years.
2 good drafts.
But it's
Yeah.
flipped a little bit, and it feels like that one. So the Niners and the Cardinals have kind of, I think, traded places.
Could be.
So I think that if you go 3-3, 4-2 in your division, that's a pretty good spot. That's 5 losses. That's 6 losses. I think that's kind of where they are.
That should be. That sounds about right on both sides. On the high end, I could see you losing 3. On the low end, I could see you losing as many as 6. But
13-4.
You got to keep everybody healthy. But Arizona at
That's
the
the
end,
other part.
I think that's going to be a problem. I really do.
Really?
I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr. His whole body's different now.
Now, here's the
and I think
asterisk
they're
I'll
going to be they're going to be on the same page early and
If
often.
the Rams are playing this well, they're not playing anybody in Week 18, so they could lose that just because of that.
Correct. And the game versus Atlanta at Atlanta, the Raheem Morris revenge game on Monday night, that could mean a lot. And that means a lot for the draft picks, too.
It does,
Yeah.
but I don't see them losing.
You
that
have to win that game for the pick.
Yeah, they're
that's
gonna win
right.
that.
That's the draft pick game.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot on that game. It's funny, the NFL knows what they're doing about schedules.
There are 4 games on this schedule, or excuse me, 3 games. 3 games that you absolutely cannot lose.
Are you surprised that the Eagles game is a Sunday morning
Yes,
game?
very.
Yeah.
Very.
Sunday morning for us.
And by the way, that the Lions is not a primetime game was a huge surprise to me.
Philly, not a primetime game.
No,
Shocked
that's
me.
what I just said.
Yeah.
Here are the 3
Yeah.
that you cannot lose. You cannot lose to Tennessee.
Yep.
They're breaking in a rookie quarterback and they stink.
Indy.
I'll put that one in a slightly different category.
I'll say
to me,
this,
it's
Indy's-
Indy,
yeah.
New Orleans, and Carolina.
Indy's got everything right but the quarterback as far as draft picks. They got everything right but that spot.
That's why that's not a slam dunk. But
And-
the fact that
yeah.
it's here, I like it. But Carolina, New Orleans, and Tennessee, you have to go 3-0 in those.
Now that Carr is out, yeah, the Saints are vulnerable. You have to win. I agree. You have to sweep the South, so to speak. Tampa Bay, I think, might be your toughest opponent there.
Tampa Bay,
Baker Mayfield.
Tampa
Yeah.
Bay and Texas, or Houston, I should say.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay and Houston are the 2 in those of those 8. Those are the 2 that if you lost, those are both playoff teams.
6-2.
Those
Yeah.
are playoff teams.
Yep.
Those are the defending division champions. Those are playoff teams.
By the way, real quick, we'll get back to this in just a moment. Celebrate 1 year of Legends Attic with Travis and DeMarco live May 30th. Iconic legends like Steve Sachs, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, Legends Attic giveaways, live art with David Holbrecht, and see the ball from Freddie Freeman's unforgettable Game 1 Grand Slam. It's all happening at Legends Attic, May 30th with Travis and DeMarco, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont, Legends Attic. Tickets at legendsaddict.com. Be sure to be with us on May 30th.
I like the way it rolls out, though. You get a lot of breaks. You get a couple. You get like 2 buys basically. The Thursday night bye.
Yep.
Then the Ravens. Then you go to London. You get the bye after that, so you can set
You
up.
get another
for a
Thursday night game in Week 16, too.
Correct. You can get set up for that second half run again, which is what's been apropos or been the Rams' calling card as of late. Is those late season runs.
You can put some money in the bank in the first half of the season.
Yes.
And this is something they have not done the last couple of years. They've gotten off to slow starts and had to finish really fast to get into the postseason. This could be a little bit of the opposite, where you have 5 or 6 or 7 wins at the 10-game point, and then the back half of it is, I think the back half is far more challenging than the front half.
Let's have some fun, just real quick. What have you had to go through with Garoppolo?
Oh, come on.
Does that change everything?
Yeah.
Everything?
I think it goes from you think you're going to go 6-2 through those 2 divisions to now everything's a toss-up.
Everything's on the table from there.
It's a toss-up.
How much of the season? Half of the season?
Just anything could happen early and often.
You'd be lucky to be a 10-win
team. It usually
team.
does, right.
Yeah.
So part of this is we're talking about wins and losses. I'm still worried about protecting Stafford. That's number 1.
So you're still questioning the
because
offensive line.
most of this, why we're picking 13 and 11 wins, is because of him and who he's matching up with, right?
Right.
So that's job number 1.
But
right.
they're also, this is why I think, knocking on wood.
Yeah.
This is why if the worst thing happened, they're in trouble, but they're not dead.
They're not dead in the water. Right.
That's why, and anybody that's listened to my podcast, Locked On Rams, anybody that's heard you and me talk about this, anybody that's heard any of the pregame, postgame, so this is why Garoppolo, I think, was so important for the last couple of years. Because when it was, with all due respect, Perkins and Wolford and these other guys,
Stafford died.
It was, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. And then when they got Baker Mayfield a couple of years ago and they were having that terrible season, Baker Mayfield started 5 games for them. They went 2-3. And I think that's what you're looking for from your backup quarterback, is to be about 500. Keep your head above water for as long as possible until the whole thing kind of starts to cave in on itself and hopefully get the guy back. I don't think that they'd win 5 games, but I don't think they're winning 11.
No, and don't forget your defense is a year older, too.
Yep.
They're still young, they're still dynamic, and they're a year older, more
13-4. 13-4.
I'd love that. First round bye. Come on, you're in the mix.
You're on board for the first time.
Yeah.
Not the first time.
Yeah, I think it's the first time.
With that schedule, how can you not be?
So it's a function of their opponents, not
I didn't say they were
necessarily
winning the Super Bowl. I just said they're going 13-4.
That'd be a pretty good year.
That's a pretty good year. That's
13-4 gets you a top 2 or 3 seed.
In this NFC, you should be the top seed in this NFC.
That should be a deep run with 13
Who else is going to be
wins.
the top seed?
Philly, Detroit.
Not in that division.
Why?
Philly's going to win that
division. You guys
division.
sold on Washington like that?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Really?
No.
I'm not either, DeMarco.
No.
I'm not either.
No.
That Jaden Daniels is really, really good.
Philadelphia is the best team in the league.
Yeah.
Okay.
By a wide margin.
I said a top seed, meaning 1 or 2. I'm not saying the number 1 seed.
Washington is not scaring me like that.
And I'm with you on Detroit. Until I see it, Detroit's up there. Until I see them go backwards.
Yeah,
but
you saw them lose to the Commanders in the playoffs.
They have lost a lot of people, though, since then.
And without Ben Patrick Johnson, different
one team
Ben Johnson
that was not in the playoffs last year that you think is going to be pretty good this year in the NFC.
Don't say the Cowboys.
I'm not going to say the Cowboys. This is the thing. Keep sleeping on Arizona at your own risk.
You know what's funny?
Their quarterback is
you have them too?
5'6".
Yeah, me too. See? I know.
What are they going to get? A phone book for him out there?
No, but at times that dude is untouchable. He's got stretches where he's absolutely...
And they're putting stuff around him for the first time in a long time where he doesn't... Look, I get it. Of having a 5'7" quarterback's not a great deal. I understand that.
Right.
But he creates problems occasionally.
Oh
and if it could go from occasionally to frequently...
Yes.
He's going to have some
Keep him
clunkers.
engaged. And play defense. They've got some players on that side of the ball.
I'll tell you what he'd be fantastic at.
What?
I'll tell you next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. In an instant, your life can change. It can happen that fast. An Uber or Lyft ride gone wrong, and now you are hurt. You're injured. You're overwhelmed, and worst of all, possibly, you don't even know what to do next. The Law Office of Joseph S. Normand, they specialize in rideshare injury cases. So whether you were a passenger, whether you are the driver, whether you are a pedestrian, we know that the chaos that follows a rideshare accident can be completely overwhelming. So if you are hurt because of someone else's negligence, the Law Office of Joseph S. Normand is going to fight to get you the compensation you deserve, your medical bills covered, lost wages recovered, pain and suffering, and everything that you're entitled to. Joe and his team have helped thousands recover millions of dollars in compensation. So if you've been hurt in a rideshare, call Joseph S. Normand. 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. You focus on healing. Let Joe handle everything else. 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. The Law Office of Joseph S. Normand, where family always comes first.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland on 710.
So I'm going on vacation. Have no idea where. Okay. I have said I don't control the steering wheel of my life, and that is generally true. I will be told where we will be going on vacation, and I've heard things like New York, Scottsdale, Austin, Key West, the desert. I heard Spain. I mean, I have no idea where the hell we're going.
I hope Spain.
Does it ever work like that for you?
No, that would be weird for me. I actually think it kind of sounds fun.
Yeah.
But I'm a control freak, so I have to be in charge of the trip. I have to be picking the hotels, picking the flights. I got to be in charge of that aspect of my life. So for me, it would be weird.
That's interesting, because I am a control freak generally around the show, but not in my daily life.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Next.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont. Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the...
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 Blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
GOV 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GEAR-001292. GEAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Oh, boy.
Don't do it.
Stop
man.
doing that.
You're ruining
It's
it.
my Cher impression.
You don't need the,
I have never
you don't
seen
need the
that
tongue
before.
there.
Yes.
11:02 on a live imaging Tuesday on the Travis and DeMarco show on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app.
Don't search share tongue.
I am doing it. That's
And
exactly what I'm doing.
On YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, which if you're watching today, you're getting quite a show from Travis.
Yeah, don't do it on this Wi-Fi. We just got it up.
Trav's Cher impression sounds like a broken Keurig or a haunted speaker playing EDM.
By the way, you wanted...
Oh, by the way, that's another thing that we bought yesterday.
What?
We bought a bunch of pods for the Keurigs that you just
Yeah.
mentioned it. That's a fortune.
Yeah, oh, big time.
What, a couple $100?
Yeah, but it's just... never mind.
We need a dropper whenever Travis is complaining
Yeah,
about
we do.
money, so we just need to have just like coins dropping or something.
Like the slot machine with them hitting the
Yeah,
pan.
you go.
Or from like the Fiddler on the Roof, like, if I were a rich man.
Speaking of money.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
If you had Fiddler on the Roof
I didn't.
reference on your bingo, that's pretty
caught
good.
me by surprise.
Do you want to win money with Cappy? Here's how you're going to do it. Double down with Cappy at the $10,000 Blackjack tournament, June 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino.
Stop.
Because I caught myself with the Jack. Come on, Jack. June 6th at our new partner, the Park West Bicycle Casino in the city of Bell Gardens. Sedano and Cap are going to broadcast live from 3 to 6 p.m. Then afterwards, you can join us for the Blackjack tournament with Cappy. Here's how you do it. Check in for the tournament. Say double down with Cappy at the player rewards desk anytime for free entry into the tournament. And you can reserve your spot right now at espnla.com. This is the first time Cappy's doing a Blackjack tournament, and you can win $10,000, sucker. So join us June 6th, which is
Travis,
also...
you can win that.
Yeah, you need that $10,000.
You might have to take my shot.
You got tires. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
You got tires, graduation, Apple Watches, pods.
Yes.
By the way, June 6th is also the great producer Emily's birthday.
Indeed.
She won't be with us, though.
Indeed.
Not there.
Not there. I mean, I don't mean, like, she's not going to almost die like I almost died.
God, you will be
11:04.
alive.
11:04.
It's just that it will be your birthday and you will not be playing blackjack, or at least not at Cappy's thing.
Not a Cappy's thing.
Yeah. I found a video of Deborah Messing doing an impression with Cher.
Okay, but
it's
that's
just
Deborah
like mine.
Messing.
Just saying.
But Deborah Messing
we all
using her
interpret
Deborah Messing using her tongue like
You're
that
gonna
is
ruin
different
it.
than you.
Wow.
Right there.
I don't want to see your tongue in that position.
See?
It's not the impression, it's you doing the impression. That's the
And
thing.
for the record, you didn't
Yes.
have your tongue out of the mouth.
Yes.
Well,
Your tongue is
I
fully...
never knew that about Cher and the tongue.
You finished?
Yeah, come on.
Your tongue is fully in the mouth. Stop doing that.
I think it's pretty good.
I want you to do that to
No.
John and Andy when they come in for Supercross.
Yeah, I will. I'll see. I'll see if I just don't tell them who it is. I'm just going to do it and see if they
Okay,
can guess.
you're on.
All right.
You're on.
All right.
DeMarco, can you do that?
And no, I wouldn't even try. Come on.
Oh, come on.
I didn't even know that about Cher.
For the video.
I didn't even know Cher did that.
Yeah.
Well, I know she's got a lot of tongue
I
action.
thought she did the hair thing.
She does that too.
Yeah, I never noticed the tongue thing before.
Sometimes it can be more than one thing.
I'd never noticed that part.
She's got the. Oh, hey, Ron.
There
What's
we go.
up? You got
What's going on?
islands?
Come on in.
Yeah, bring it on in.
The great Ron
You got a
Mitchell.
bag. Yeah,
By the
put
way,
it
you
there.
know, our All-Star Friday night is coming up Friday, July 11th in West Covina. Will
Got,
Ron Mitchell
what's in
pitch
there?
again?
Sandy Koufax over there.
What's in here?
What'd you get for Islands?
Protein bowl.
Protein bowls. I like it. There you go. Let's see.
DeMarco, did you?
I'll give you a protein bowl,
Yeah.
DeMarco.
There's a
DeMarco,
protein bowl.
Enjoy.
did you
Thank
know
you.
that Islands protein bowls are a delicious escape? A $10 protein bowl are packed with over 40 grams of protein and are stacked with fresh ingredients. They're here for only a limited time. Come on in and enjoy one today. Big on protein, rich on flavor. Visit islandsrestaurant.com. This looks delicious. Ooh, got a little fried onions on top.
This one has pineapple. Yeah.
I
There
probably
you
should
go.
have it. I'll have that.
Is that you?
Yeah.
That's you right there?
And it got a little salad
Little
underneath.
salad.
This
Oh,
looks
my
like a little
God. This
steak
looks
version.
so
Take
good.
this one back.
Take this one back?
I
Okay.
love a protein bowl.
There you go. Come on.
What did you?
One.
What did you say? Because we made little salmon bowls last night, Em, at home.
love salmon
And
bowls.
after I made it
What
all
kind
pretty,
of salmon? Because that's costly. Did you get the wild caught salmon?
sockeye, wild caught sockeye.
This guy's made of money all of a
Look,
sudden.
the world's coming to an end. I'm going
Yeah.
out with
Did
a
you burn
big
it this
fat
time or
zero.
no?
Did
No,
you
I
burn it
nailed
this
it.
time?
I nailed it. I made a
pressure?
I made a homemade
Chris, that's-
teriyaki glaze.
Yeah.
That was
Really?
off the. Yeah, it
Did
was
you do the
terrific.
Cher impression when you did
No, stop, man. Come on.
Soy sauce, mirin, and sugar. You boil it down.
This looks
Oh,
like
my
fish.
goodness.
Salmon.
Oh,
This looks like
okay.
salmon. Is that salmon? You think?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, that's me.
I know.
Okay.
I know Susan loves fish
Susan!
and salmon and
Yeah.
stuff, so I'm sure she'd
There you
love
go.
those.
There's
Little-
another one. There's two.
It looked like human chow when we
Yeah,
were done.
that's what
Yeah.
I call kava. Is human
Yeah.
chow.
No,
and it's,
kava's very
Kava's
good.
good.
I like kava.
Yeah, it's great. But
I
no,
can't
the
wait to-
islands
I
bowls.
can't
are
wait to
Surrounded
eat
by
this.
great food from Islands. Thank
So
you.
we were talking about what Kyler Murray would be good at.
Yes.
Olympic flag football.
He would be.
He would be.
He would be amazing.
He would
at
be
it, and-
unstoppable.
And
it
hiding
looks-
under a desk.
Stop.
Maybe.
Stop.
They're gonna
Do your Kyler Murray
See,
impersonation.
I said this.
Yeah.
The league and the PA are talking about which players
It's
to
just
use.
messy in a different sport.
I said use the skill position players from the NFL and use the flag football professional quarterbacks.
Do you want to play
except for
Call of
Kyler.
Duty? Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh my God, whose voice is that?
That's
That's
Kyler
really-
Murray.
That's
Well,
not
it's
how
messy.
he sounds.
It's messy doing Kyler Murray.
That's not how
Did
he
you know-
sounds.
I played second base too.
But
First
that's a good
overall,
call.
I was the first
Yeah.
pick in the NFL draft and the Major League Baseball
You
draft.
should have gone to
Wow.
baseball.
Maybe.
That's a bad
Maybe.
share and a bad Kyler.
No, that's perfect.
That's a bad.
perfect.
That's a bad
two,
Kyler.
2 for 2
I
today,
love that we have
Marcellus.
now started a new voice for Kyler Murray. That's going to be more valuable than the Messi, probably.
Maybe
In the long run.
Yeah, well,
That was your
Messi's-
messy voice
Messi's
too.
aging out.
That was your messy voice too.
Yeah, it's
No,
the same voice. DeMarco.
It's the same. Do me your.
It's just short guy
Do
voice.
your messy voice. Go
it's
ahead.
short guy, little kid voice.
I don't like that Ronaldo's number 1. I don't like that I'm number 5.
Okay, do
I wanna
Kyler
be in the
Murray.
top 3. Go deep.
Now, can you do that with the
Marvin Harrison,
do that?
go deep.
Do that with our Masters guy. What's his name?
Billy?
Yeah, Billy. Billy Payne.
Billy feels a little differently
Oh
about
my God! Wow.
Mr. Murray and Mr. Messi.
Well, Mr. Messi might be able to pass. Mr. Messi could
Mr.
pass.
Messi.
Mr. Murray ain't passing.
Mr. Messi, you know, he's a soccer playing young man.
Now look at here, Marcellus.
Looky here. Wow. I'll
Kyler
never say
Murray
look here.
would be an
You know,
amazing
you may be onto
Olympic
something.
flag football
The
player.
only problem, and the NFL and the PA are talking about
It looks like it's going to pass.
but the only problem is what happens if he gets hurt?
So they're going to have a whole deal.
Yeah.
This was covered in the thing I read
Yes.
this morning that there's going to be a separate, like, third-party insurer that's
Right.
going to take care of this. If something does happen, there's roster exemptions and all
salary
of these
cap
things.
credit.
Salary cap credits.
Either
that-
one.
Or crap credits.
Either
Crap
one
credits,
works.
whatever.
Yeah.
The roster.
That.
Right. Thank you.
They'll have access to that.
I'd rather lose a receiver than my quarterback.
I don't want to lose
Yeah.
anybody, but like
Yeah.
it's sports. If
That's
guys
why
are-
I wouldn't send him.
I get it, and if you chose not to send him, I would understand it.
You
but
can't send a quarterback for this. You
But
can't.
if he says he wants to play for his country and win a gold medal,
what if
you couldn't stop
you
him?
can't send a $multi-$100 million quarterback.
Oh
to
yeah,
do
you
it.
can.
No, you
the basketball guys
Basketball
go and
did.
play.
They did.
LeBron
If he
James
wants to
plays.
play,
Steph
you
Curry
can.
plays.
And there's
Jokic
no
plays.
tackle. It's
Luka.
flag football.
They
It's
all play.
flag. Yes. If
They
he
all
wants-
play.
If
I
he
don't
says
know.
I want to play for my country,
They
you're gonna let
all
him play.
and there's no contact. Just so that part of the injury risk is at least negated. I mean, it could happen on a non-contact play, but. Yeah. Like if you had Kyler Murray in a flag football format, him and Lamar Jackson are like exactly what you're looking for.
Untouchable, unstoppable.
Yeah.
You'd win every game. You would. And I'd get a couple of pros. Ty Hill would be on the team.
Yeah.
I would even put Marvin Harrison Jr. out there if I
Maybe.
could. But you can only put one player per team.
One player per team on the same team.
Right.
So, like, if it's like beach volleyball, for instance, the Americans have more than one team.
Yes.
We have multiple entries, but you could only have a Cardinal on one of those teams.
I'm trying to think, would we have a Ram out there? Would I put Puka? I would put Puka out there.
Is he fast enough?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. He's
By
got
the way,
good hands.
Given his injury history, you can't put him out there. Even in a
Yeah.
non-contact
I wouldn't risk
because
him.
you don't want to
Yeah, I
blow up an
wouldn't.
ACL.
You
or an
need
MCL.
guys that can shake, right?
Tutu?
That honestly,
Tutu Atwell
yeah.
would be perfect for flag.
Now it's 3
Yeah.
years from now, so I don't know
Yeah.
where he is in his career arc. But that's actually fascinating.
Yeah.
He's
And,
super elusive. He doesn't have to worry about getting hit. He can run by everybody.
And you have to play both ways, or
I
do you
don't know
actually
the
have an
answer to
actual
that.
defense?
I think there's a defense.
You have to have a defense.
Yeah,
but
I
somebody's
think-
got to pull the flag.
I think some of those guys can go both ways.
And by the way,
Travis
well,
Hunter?
I mean, this happens.
I mean,
sometimes.
stop.
But
Yeah.
also, there's contact when somebody's trying to pull a flag. We've all played flag
No,
football.
you can
and
actually get penalized if you make contact.
But contact happens. So to pretend like, oh, there's never going to be contact.
But
Come on.
contact happens in basketball,
Yeah.
and
Okay,
those
so
guys are out there.
somebody from an NFL defense is playing defense, runs after the quarterback to get those flags, jumps to get the flag, and somebody falls down, hurts their
I'm
shoulder.
not saying it couldn't happen.
It can happen.
But it could happen in anything.
You are not allowed
But
to.
not the NFL
actually
games they're getting paid hundreds
initiate
of millions of
contact.
dollars.
Basketball, anything could happen. Guys could break their legs.
True.
Guys could get concussed. All
And
sorts
it's going
of
to be
terrible
here.
things could
I
happen.
would love to see that here.
Yeah.
A flag tournament.
And,
with,
and the reason
with
the
pros?
NFL is
Yeah.
particularly bullish on all of this is they see it as their way to kind of grow their game in places where there is not tackle football.
And they have
Yes.
a hand in flag football.
Yes.
as well,
Right.
I believe.
That you can play globally.
Yeah.
You can play flag football against the world. You
Absolutely.
can't play American football against the world. We're the only country playing it, basically.
We have too much of a head start.
Right.
There's just no way you're
But
going to
flag,
catch up to it.
No doubt. Absolutely. Yes. Love to see it.
And flag is going to be huge for building the female brand of NFL football.
For sure.
'Cause I think they'll have both.
And you don't have to be physically, like, for instance, you don't have to be Andrew Whitworth to play flag football.
No.
You
No.
just have to be fast, and there's fast people all over the world.
Fast catch and
Yep.
just the basics of the game without the contact.
My
Yeah.
friends play flag football every Monday night, and so with connection with, I think the Rams are also part sponsors of this league and everything like that. It seems really cool. They've had someone on their team that is almost made the Olympic team or is part of the Olympic team somehow. So it's definitely a cool sport to get involved with.
Why are you surrounded by Iowans protein bowls?
Well, that's
Like,
where he
they're
put the
all
bag.
but they're all around you.
That's where he put the bag. I'm
You
surrounded
got
by food.
5 options over there.
Well, I mean,
Marco.
I'm only gonna pick one.
Which
and
one are you picking?
This is the salmon. This is mine right here.
okay.
Everything else is like wide open. Yeah, come on and get it. There you go.
I might.
Come and get it.
Is there only one of those chicken ones?
The pineapple.
Yeah.
Right, there's one right
So
here.
like Malibu chicken?
There you
Remember
go.
back in the day at the Sizzler? Yeah.
Come on and get it. There you
All
go.
right, I'm doing that. The Dodgers are a mess right now, and believe it or not, it
I'd
might
like to
get
play
worse from
flag
here.
against you.
It's coming up next.
But
It's
see, you're
Trav
gonna make
DeMarco,
contact.
710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland. Next at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
Name John's boat.
I would call it the Worthy.
Oh, that's a good
that's
idea.
Worthy.
You know, last time Worthy was here, in the tram is this older couple who went to North Carolina when Worthy was there. It was like they had seen the Lord. It was amazing. So if we named it the Worthy, everybody at the dock would know exactly what we were talking about.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
NextGen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. And for a limited time, NextGen is offering $500 off any whole home water purification system. You may not know it, but our water here in SoCal contains pesticides, lead, forever chemicals, chlorine, and more. Call 833-3-NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser are hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
During National Military Appreciation Month, we at University of Maryland Global Campus say thank you to the service members, veterans, and families who dedicate their lives to our country. We are deeply grateful. For over 75 years, UMGC has proudly served the military community, from installations overseas to the communities you call home. Wherever you serve, we stand with you. Learn more at umgc.edu/thanks. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
I do love you. Ooh, yes, I do.
The great Billy Stewart, legendary song, I Do Love You, later redone by GQ. It's a live Imagery Tuesday on the Travis and DeMarco show. Now you don't have any protein bowls. What happened to all the Iowans protein bowls?
They came and got them.
Beautiful.
Yeah. You still have yours?
I ate mine.
You ate yours already?
You ate it already?
Where's
I
yours?
ate all the protein.
Did you? You left the salad?
I'm going to go back and get the salad later, but the protein is an easier thing to eat with your fingers.
I know we don't do like rabbit hole anymore, but I've been a rabbit hole of like creators trying to find healthy alternatives at a fast food place. Sometimes you can't help that you're going to have to stop by a fast food place or, quick service restaurant or something like Islands, which is a great restaurant. But you don't always want the super fried stuff. And so it's a macro protein friendly things. I'm sure they would here's a better way to healthfully eat something.
Awesome. It's better than eating fast food. It really is. Just call ahead, have it ready, pick it up, go. Costs you 5 minutes.
Comes in a bowl, and you can
actually eat that in the car. You could.
Say, every time I eat something in the car, I think about you.
Yes,
because
there you go.
when you told me the one time, and we've both been,
there it
that's
is.
exactly right. The box, right, that the burger comes in.
Yes.
You hold the box and stick your face into the box to eat the burger.
I've done it many a time.
Have you really?
I used to do a lot of eating in the car. Now, obviously, I don't.
I ate in the
With
car
nice clothes
a ton.
on. You can't spill.
Yeah, probably.
But you would eat it out of the box. You wouldn't hold it in your hand. You'd eat it straight from the box.
You're saying no hand.
No, I hold the burger with these two fingers here, and I hold the box with the pinky and the thumb. So I'm eating like that. So if anything falls, it falls into the box.
Because this bit happened on the afternoon show. He started sharing his location with Lindsay
Oh,
accidentally.
Right.
And we all saw that he was inside a Burger King.
Yeah, they have the Impossible
I was
Burger.
heading towards a Burger King. I wasn't actually in the Burger
You still
King.
shared the location.
I did.
And that's the wrong show to share your
I
location with
got
because
that
we'll talk
fixed.
about it.
Lindsay did not call to check. She just made it a bit.
No, we just made it a
Like I
bit.
said, I could have been in a trunk somewhere.
Could have been taken.
This was my only message out to save
This
me.
happened between Cappy and his girlfriend Rachel because he shares his location at all times.
Yeah, I remember
and he
that.
was at a hotel making a deuce. And she said, "What are you doing at this hotel in Newport Beach?" And he goes, "Oh, it was just a deuce." And then he disconnected the sharing of the location. And this all happened live on the air. She texted him like, "What?" Because, you get into work.
Oh, yeah.
And he got in trouble. He got punished.
We share, my family, all 5 of us share our locations.
Do you really? Okay. It's on, right?
DeMarco does not share.
Yeah.
Jorge does not share.
Hell no.
No. You're right. You're right.
If Susan saw me at a random hotel, she'd be like, "Oh, Trav's going to the bathroom." That would be the first thing that crosses.
I'm recording
Especially
The Matrix.
If it's near the highway.
If I say I'll be back at 3, I'll be back at 3. Everything else up until then is me. Right.
Why were you at a Home Depot at 2:30? Because
I needed
they
nails.
Have a clean
Looking
bathroom.
for a job.
By the way,
right.
Great hotel lobbies. Number 1.
Yes.
Grocery stores, hit and miss.
Okay.
Very hit or miss.
Okay.
Hit and miss. Sometimes you get if you find a Gelson's or Bristol Farms, you're going to be thrilled.
Depending on store.
But not in Air One. They got cockroaches in Santa Monica.
I haven't been to an Erewhon one, but Home Depot's, Lowe's.
Really?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got a new secret weapon.
Chevron used to be the gas station that you went to because they had an inside bathroom.
Yeah, but those are so sketchy.
Yeah, but if
They're
you had
so
to
sketchy.
if you didn't want to go through the hey, can I have the key?
I understand.
You go into a Chevron, you can. It's a bathroom.
Yeah,
I'm not saying to go number 2.
Yeah,
just saying a number 1, and maybe you got to do other stuff in there too. That's a whole other topic.
What's your secret weapon?
The Michael's Craft Store.
Oh,
but they went bankrupt,
super
right?
clean.
They're bankrupt, aren't
but
they?
It's always clean.
Joanne's is bankrupt.
You know,
yes,
it's mostly women.
Aha, there you go.
Yeah,
always clean.
If you need a hot glue stick, you go to Michael's.
There you go. See.
Seriously, I bought glue sticks there.
This is groundbreaking.
Yes, it is.
I know 2 Michaels on my drive home. This could change everything.
Always clean.
Please,
and if you
do
have to, in a pinch, just buy some yarn.
Do what?
Buy something.
Please
Just
do
buy
an
some
IG post from Michael's today on your way home. Just go into the
Just
Michael's.
saying.
The other one that's it can be sometimes it's crowded and you may have to wait. Not bad.
Hit or miss.
The Target in your
in and out
In and out.
because they have to keep it clean.
It's spotless.
Find a
Always.
spot.
The get in and out is a bit of a
Okay.
challenge,
It's so
but
popular.
once you're in there,
You know the problem
Clean as
with
a
in and
whistle.
out, right? There's a lot of people in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you go in and spend more than a minute,
They know you're
they
deucing.
know what's going on
I don't
in there.
care. You know what you do when you come out?
What?
Right in the eyes, and you go, "How you doing?"
You don't care?
Let them
Wow.
know what you're
There
doing.
You go. Okay.
Make it weird for them.
I think they might know.
Make
Yes.
it weird for them. Don't make it weird for you. Take
Go ahead.
ownership
Go
of the
ahead.
situation.
My friends in New York City, because bathrooms are few and far between if you're in New York City, because you got to walk everywhere. And my friends, one of them has an AMC A-list, and sometimes she'll only use it to go to the bathroom. Like she'll buy
Really?
a random ticket to I don't know, whatever crappy movies out there, and then she'll just go in there, use the bathroom, and come out because there's an AMC on the way.
Smart.
Perfect.
The
Smart.
Target
They're
in
nice.
Yorba Linda off the 57 freeway, that has it.
Oh, I know.
That bathroom, though, is in the store. So it's deep. It's not in the front aisle. You can go in and pretend you're
It's
buying
like a grocery
something.
store in the back.
It's like in the middle.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, how they built it. And it's a nice bathroom.
It's the one right by Cal State Fullerton. You
Yes,
talked about.
exactly right.
877-710-3776. Give us your best bathroom spots.
I have one for virtually every exit between here and
Oh, you have to.
You got to know.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got to know.
Got to know.
It's an important part
Yes.
of my daily routine.
Or spaces where nobody's around.
Yeah.
Depending.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You know how it goes.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for this? Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next 9 series the Dodgers have come against anywhere between pretty good Cleveland Guardians to exceptionally good Yankees, Mets, Padres, Giants. They playing nothing but good teams for the next month and a half or so.
And you're not really rolling into that.
They're the opposite.
Yeah.
They're stumbling into it.
Yeah.
They're kind of dragging their feet into it. Their pitching staff, Yamamoto tonight, which is their only guy that's been consistently reliable all season long. May up and down, Gonsolin up and down, everybody else hurt or bad. Their bullpen completely overused to this point to where even the guys that you can really kind of lean on like Vezia and those guys just haven't been able to be as effective because they're being used as often as they are. And I wonder, just kind of to fast forward through all of those series, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of those are on the road, 4 of the 5 series are on the road. Do you get to, because this will take you right up to about the All-Star break. It's just about there. Are they still in first place at that point? And does it matter?
Well, I was going to say, I'm not expecting much based on what I've seen, especially with the sweep, and then last night with the Diamondbacks. It seems like they're trying to figure things out. There's a lot of the team's in flux, so to speak, a lot of moving parts. So I'm not expecting much through the rest of May leading to June 1st. I'm wondering about you. No panic situation, but
not yet.
What's your expectation level?
More of the same.
Okay.
Where
then you might be in first place.
Where they will get hot, not even get hot, just they will score runs because they have so many good offensive players.
Yes.
That their offense is.
You almost had the Diamondbacks last night.
They almost. I mean, this is what's weird.
Yeah.
Even at 7-0, you're like,
it's still not out of reach.
Not yet.
Right.
It was. It got a little bit later,
Yeah.
but. We've seen it before. They're down 3 runs in the first inning, 5 runs in the second inning. You're like, it's not over yet. And they kind of crawl back into it. It's a terrible way to try to win games. They've been really bad in the first inning of late. But here we are, and they're in first place. And they really, Oral said it on the telecast. He said it when we were talking on Wednesday. They haven't been firing on all cylinders, which I guess is the best way to put it. Their pitching hasn't fired on any cylinders really for any consistent period of time. Their offense has kind of been off and on along the way. This is why it's hard to get worked up about it, because they're not playing well, but they're winning a bunch of games. It's just a really confusing mix of things.
You're not losing enough to panic. But I thought this was the plan. I thought your plan was to get your pitching to September.
Yeah.
By hook or by crook.
Yeah.
And survive.
But there was a catch to it. The catch was make sure that Glasnow, Snell, Yamamoto, Ohtani are ready to go at the end. And that's still
out there.
Absolutely it is. But the flip side of that was that May, Gonsolin, Kershaw, Knack, Miller, Robleski, Sasaki, that these other guys, by the way, I just listed off 7 names that those
Could
7
sustain,
guys
yeah.
could keep you moving. And so far, not so much.
Yeah.
The reason they've won games is because their offense is that good. Their offense is good enough to overcome really below average starting pitching, a mediocre to slightly better than mediocre bullpen, and atrocious D.
I think the only guy that you mentioned that is really disappointing to me right now is Blake Snell. I thought we'd see more. Right.
Pitched once.
Right.
I know.
I thought we'd see a little bit more.
Well, okay. Here, can I flip on that? And by the way, if you're on hold, stay there. We got some good bathroom suggestions coming up in just one second.
Transferred to the 60-day injured list.
It's the Snell part is whatever. Like when he's good, I expect he's been good in the post. I expect Blake Snell to be fine. Glasnow is the one that I just have kind of given up the ghost on. I hope he's healthy. I hope he comes back, and I hope he pitches, because when he pitches, he's great. But I've hit the point with him. It's just like, I just can't trust you to be there.
He's kind of like your tires.
Yeah. You know what he's kind of like?
What?
And for different reasons.
Yeah.
But you know who he reminds me a little bit of? And he's not quite this good, but it's Luka. Like, there's just this flaw of that I just guess we're just going to have to live with it. Like Luka's flaw is his fitness.
Right.
This guy's flaw is his availability.
That's the thing. At least Luka plays.
Yeah, no. And that's why I say it's not exactly.
But there's one thing you have to live with that you hate.
Yeah, this idea that just one day Tyler Glasnow is going to go out there and pitch 180 innings, it's just not going to happen. This idea that Luka's going to come out there and look like LeBron James it's just never going to happen.
Right.
And you just got to kind of have to learn to live with it, I guess.
Lucas is more fixable, I guess. Glasnow is so frustrating. It really is. Like, eat a rusty nail sandwich or something. Yeah. Drink some glue. Stay together.
Pitch, dude.
I know, but Blake Snell's the dude I thought that would be your iron horse.
I'm optimistic that he'll be there at the end of the season.
I'm sure he will be.
Honestly, and I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I still get caught up in the idea of having a horse. I don't think those guys exist anymore.
I thought he would get you through this month.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's
but
what I thought.
None of them do any of that anymore.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We got some Agora Hills. Steve, what do you got for us? Steve.
I'm there. I got Barnes & Noble.
Oh, yeah.
Barnes & Noble. Okay.
Here's the problem with a Barnes & Noble.
Are they still around?
There's a few.
Yeah,
there's a few.
But they're mostly malls.
The one that there's one off of Westlake Boulevard, Westlake Village Boulevard in Westlake Village that's very available, very useful.
What are you doing out in Westlake Village?
When I go to Santa Barbara.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Look, I've got this whole thing mapped out. I know where there is a place to do all of this stuff.
Yes.
The problem is they serve coffee and there's reading material in those places, which leads itself to a certain frame of mind, so it's usually occupied. So you got to be a little careful.
Or messy and stinky.
Yeah, it's
not that messy.
It's usually not that messy. Let's try David in Los Angeles. David, what do you got?
Hey, Trav, how are you?
Good, man.
So my thing is, you could never go wrong with the hotel lobby or the Starbucks. But I actually wanted to run a scenario. So this weekend, I was with my wife, and we're going to the Kia Forum to some comedy, and we're on the 110 South coming to Manchester where we're supposed to exit. And if you're familiar with that area, you know that if you don't belong there, you don't exit. So my wife says, hey, I need to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, look, we got 15 more minutes. You need to hold it. She says, I can't hold it. We need to stop. I said, you really want me to stop here? Because I'm not sure what's going to happen. So we end up stopping on Manchester and, like, Figueroa, where I'm in, like, no man's land. So I wanted to know, you travel a lot. In that situation, how the hell do you get out of telling your wife, we ain't stopping here because I don't know what the hell's going to happen here?
Well, David, like you said, sometimes you have no choice.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to stop. And
he's talking about right down the street, right?
Yeah, not far from
right
here.
there, 110 Figure.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
So the answer is fast food in that situation. That's your best
There's
bet.
a Popeyes in the corner there, right?
Your best bet is a fast food restaurant, and cross your fingers and hope that it's okay.
If they let you use the bathroom.
He said, well, if your wife comes in there and say, hey, listen, they're going to.
Or buy a Coke for $1.
Buy something, right, yeah.
He said Starbucks, you can't go wrong. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can. Starbucks.
Depending on which location.
Oh,
yeah.
Starbucks is hit and miss.
And a lot of time have a code.
But they'll give it to you.
They'll give it to you, but sometimes
a lot of coffee being served in a Starbucks.
This is true. A lot of usage
going
on in a
It's a high volume area. Jacob in Los Angeles. Jacob, you're on with Trav and DeMarco. What's up?
How's it going, Trav? How's it going, DeMarco?
Good.
So you guys are on the right track. I'm a service electrician. I'm driving around all the time. Definitely grocery stores are a go-to. But the cleanest one, Trav, you're diabolical for going to Home Depot.
That's
between
good.
12 and 2 o'clock, that's ridiculous.
Just telling you, I've had good luck at Home Depot.
Diabolical at that time. But Lowe's is a good one, and Target, because they're always in the front of the store, and they're always pretty clean. And Target's everywhere.
No, Target is
that's
abundant, and they're clean,
They're
and
chill.
they're usually at the front, but not always.
Not in Yorba Linda. That one's in the middle.
Forget about Denny's. Denny's has a pretty good bathroom.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. They let you in?
Oh, they let you in.
Okay,
No code,
really?
nothing. No questions asked.
You mean specific to Jorge? They don't
I'm just
want him
saying,
in?
sometimes they give you a funny look. You got to buy something when you go in there.
gotta look at them.
But here's the thing: if there's a key or a code, then you're going to have to ask for it. But they're not going to say no to you or me.
I'm
They're
just going to mob in.
That's the thing. Most places you just walk in, you look at them. How you doing?
I'm
and
in.
just keep going.
There you
They're
go.
not going to stop you.
No.
I
Ooh.
say customers only.
Let's see here. Yeah, but they're not going to stop those. They're working their job. They're not there to stop people from using the bathroom. That's not part of their job description. Hey, you.
Right.
Are you going to use it? It's never in the history of the world. Santa Clarita, DJ, you're up next.
Taking my call, guys. Love the show. I was going to say about the bathroom thing. How about hospitals, man? And I'll listen off here.
Hospitals?
Well,
Never
I mean-
tried that. I wouldn't do that.
As somebody who spent a couple weeks in a hospital, please don't.
11:32?
Yeah, please don't come to the hospital just to use the bathroom, sir.
So
he's right. They're clean.
trying. They
Yes.
are, but
They
they're
are clean.
But they're trying to save people's lives.
There's an obvious reason why that's a challenge.
Right. But if you're there visiting.
Very sick people are using
Something-
the
Not even
bathroom.
like, just if you just go into the reception, right? But here,
Even so, you're at the reception with very sick
I
people.
understand,
is
but,
true,
but
yes.
it could be broken legs. You know what I mean? Like it's not necessarily infectious, right?
It's a hospital, but okay.
Parking at a hospital
Yeah.
is a nightmare.
You can't park fast.
Right.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't pop out.
This is a.
But if you really got to go,
True.
You would leave it in the ambulance bay and run
you
in
know
there?
it's going to be legendary. You might have to park at the hospital. So St. Jude in Fullerton. It's very accessible because I used to. That's where I played before Black Gold. I played a lot of Fullerton golf course.
Yeah.
St. Jude was right there.
Oh.
And the
okay.
parking was more accessible. I don't know how it is now, but you could just pull
you have to
in.
pay.
Well,
In the front?
technically,
Oh,
it is
yeah?
an emergency. It says emergency. Technically, right.
There was a bathroom right
if
there.
you got a cop that has a sense of humor, he would let you go.
Just saying, yeah.
And
They
listen,
also public libraries.
Okay.
Again, they also tend to have people that might be using it a lot.
Yeah. Scan
your card.
But
Nothing worse than
you
a
don't
warm
even scan your
hoop.
card for the public library.
You know what I'm saying?
Scan your card.
There's nothing worse than a warm hoop.
It's not great.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm talking about. Come
Well,
on.
last week I talked about how you don't double deuce because I saw Alex, the security guard, in
What
there.
is double deuce?
And we were both walking to the stall, and I just said, "Oh, are you deucing?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Listen,
I don't like that either.
You're gonna
and this
know my
started,
secrets.
this started with This started with Michael Thompson many years ago.
Yeah.
I go in, the big stall was taken, and that was the one. He uses that one.
Yeah.
But I sit in the other one.
No.
I don't know who's in the big one. I don't care.
Yes.
All of a sudden, hey Chris, and you know Michael, he don't care.
Yeah.
I go, hey MT, what's up? And he goes, I saw your boots. And it was like, so do we stop talking now, or
Yes.
do we keep talking?
No,
Yes.
you stop. It's not a time for
So I
conversation.
stopped
Words
talking.
too many already.
I stopped talking. I flush, stand up, and he goes, I'll see you later, Chris.
Ugh.
And I didn't need that that day.
No.
Do you courtesy flush?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Of course
I
you do.
also I don't need the double deuce. So now I'm very
So you guys can
open.
talk
When
about-
I walk in with
What'd you
somebody
say to
from
me
work,
today?
I said, "Are you going to deuce?"
Checking.
And then I'm honest. I'm like, "I'm going." So talk to you later.
Did you guys talk at the urinals?
No.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Well, no,
Not,
yeah.
I mean, keep
Yeah.
it short. Keep it quick.
Hey.
Yeah.
Owner Sam Pines, he's a big urinal talker.
Good to see you. Yeah.
He's going to talk to you.
What do you got going later today?
Right.
Because a lot of times we'll both go in after a meeting and be like, so what'd you think of that? I'm like,
we can talk out there.
No, but I'll go in on it.
You got anything this weekend?
The Rams?
Go Rams, right.
The Rams?
Go Rams.
You see the game?
You're right. Come on. That's a little too much.
You know who
Tony hit another one.
Speaking of Marcellus earlier, you know who was an awkward urinal? Was Max. Because Max would just unplug his headphones. They'd be around, and you'd walk in and go, hey, Max. And he would just, keep going. He wouldn't even say a word. And it was like, all right.
He would unplug his headphones.
So
and
he
take
would
them
do
in there?
this.
Yeah?
And go, yeah.
And go like that. Oh, wow. Okay.
Nah,
that's a little much. Nah. Yeah. Emily, you don't like talking in elevators, right?
Nope.
Okay, I don't like talking in bathrooms.
I
Just
don't either.
Keep it brief. What's up? Let's go. Especially not in a stall next to me.
Plus the echo in there, you know?
It's a little weird. And it's, intensely
also,
private.
Let's not have your scrolling music and TikTok going
No.
on.
Put your if you're going to be staring at videos or whatever, put your AirPods in.
Yeah.
I might
or
do
turn
that.
the volume down.
Or, no, AirPods in. If I can hear it at all, I don't need to hear it.
Let me
Every
apologize
time in our
now.
bathroom, in the women's bathroom, there's always somebody full blast listening to something on TikTok.
Watching novelas.
Watching novelas.
You know who's been the toilet the last 4 games? The Dodgers, anyway.
Oh,
see how I did that?
They have.
You did. Nice.
They have. The Angels swept them tomorrow.
Is the losing going to continue with the Diamondbacks?
Okay.
I mean,
I want to talk about that. Let's come back and talk about that because I think that the Dodgers have a little something to play for tonight. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Mentioned you, DeMarco. I had my entire properly loaded cooler in the back of my Rotolo Chevrolet Silverado. Headed down to San Diego this weekend, along with all the other stuff. Going to use it to move Kel out of her place here in a little bit. And if you've been thinking about, you know what, I got to go get my hands on one of those Chevy Silverados. I got to go check them out. No better place to go than Rotolo Chevrolet. They've got them all. They've got all the Chevy Silverado, make, model, color, you name it, they've got you covered. Incredible pricing as well. But that customer service, second to none. That's how you win Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row, by doing it right every time, day after day, week after week, year after year. And that's what they do at Rotolo Chevrolet. That's what Mike Capozio insists on at Rotolo Chevrolet. His entire team executes it every single day at Rotolo Chevrolet. So go see for yourself what all the fun's about. Right off the 210, Sierra Avenue exit. Can't miss it. All the Silverados, all the Chevy cars and trucks. And if you're thinking, yeah, Trav, that sounds great, but Rotolo is in Fontana. That's not exactly around the corner for me. I get it. RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. RotoloChevy.com from wherever you are. And whether you go in or go online, make sure that they know that Travis sent you in to Rotolo Chevrolet.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Ignite your afternoons at Waba Grill's $5 happy hour with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink. Like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. Only at Waba Grill.
All power, zero compromise. Eagle cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From mowers and trimmers to blowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it's the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
The power of Dell AI.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their 1-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Tuesday on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Hello, stranger. Barbara Lewis. That's all I got, DeMarco.
I love it.
What do you got? Travis was just asking about a Blackstone. You got to get a Blackstone.
No.
You got a Blackstone?
Whatever cough drop you just gave me blew my face off.
So these are the special high
high test.
This is like the horseradish.
I can smell it over here.
From what's that place? Is it
St.
St. Elmo's?
Elmo's.
Oh my God! My whole face came off.
Oh, the menthol.
Here's the thing.
Woo! Yeah.
Many years ago, so I learned this from my father, who was on the air for many years. He always had Hall's cough drops, and now he was a jock, so he wasn't talking like we talk. He would talk for at most a minute, right, going into stop sets, right, ever. But most of the time, 20, 30 seconds. But he always sucked on a cough drop for his voice. I learned that from him. So I always then, when I started being on the air as a sidekick, I'm cough drops. Travis, when he was doing the morning show with us, especially after Rams games, would come in and have a scratchy voice. I'm like, what he's doing? He's got the Ricola cough drops. That's candy. You need the Hall's Mental
The real deal. What did you give me?
But these are the next level. This is the Vapo.
Cool.
This is from Bricks.
I've upgraded to Vapo Cools.
You put these in your mouth, you're going to feel it.
I'm going to the store. Well, for two reasons now. And then I'm buying those.
Those work.
Yeah.
Those work.
Oh, my God, do they work? Yes, everything is clear. I can see.
Yeah.
No, it makes your nose run.
Yes.
The whole thing.
Woo.
Yeah,
Good
no,
stuff.
You need those.
Yes, sir.
And then as a backup, so I have a backup bag. Because doing these all day is a lot. It's just a lot of, because then when you drink fluids, it's.
Yeah, it hurts.
It's a
Right,
lot.
yeah.
You know what else is it?
Keep the Hall's Mentoliptus. Get a bag of those too.
Okay.
The sugar-free ones.
After.
So just so you can have those. It's
Even
like
it out.
whatever.
Okay.
But these, I don't. When I start my day, before I say a word, I pop one of
That's
these in my
good looking
mouth.
out, yes. I will adopt
You can't
that.
taste your food if you eat a bunch of those either.
Really?
Which is a problem.
It's Ozempic, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there
well,
you
a
go.
little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know about Ozempic,
It didn't
but-
stop me from eating, but I just didn't taste it as much. When you were playing, could you kind of trick yourself into thinking something was important when it really wasn't that important?
Okay, example.
Here's what I'm getting at. Dodgers have played lousy last 4 or 5 days. Okay, they lost 4 in a row, 3 of them to the Angels. I think they played their worst game of the season yesterday.
Yeah.
It just looked awful. They were flat and errors and poor pitching, the whole thing. They just didn't look good. Tonight's game against the Diamondbacks isn't like going to make or break their season or anything, but they've been playing bad for a while. Like, let's tighten this up. Let's go out there with a little renewed focus, a little renewed energy. Just let's try to make this more important than that. Yamamoto's pitching tonight. Like, let's not just throw another game away because we're in the middle of a long season and they all just kind of run into one another. Can you trick yourself into something being important even if it's really not?
Oh, sure. You can do the players only meeting. You can have something manufactured, some sort of bulletin board material that comes in that galvanizes people. Jeff Fisher was one of the best at it, where he would, if the season's going bad, he would tell the team, we're starting the season over now. So whatever games you have left, we're at 0-0.
But what did that mean practically?
It would just kind of, you'd forget what you've done and focus on what you have to do.
Okay.
So it was a way to just, this is the line of
But
demarcation.
would spirits come up? Would intensity
A little bit,
increase?
because he'd do the whole dog and pony show. He'd show up like it was the first day and start introducing himself to people. So we're going to restart the whole season, kind of restart your brain a little bit. So it's just a little trick. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But yeah, I mean, you can trick a team into thinking about something else other than what you've been doing or not doing.
I would try to do something like that. I don't know if it'll work or not, because the other part is they're in first place. Like,
That's the other thing.
How do you trick yourself into thinking that something's a big deal when it's like, well, we're in first place. We have the best record in the National League. What do you want me to
There's
do?
3 guys I would think. Shohei, Mookie, Freddie. These guys have to grab the team by the throat and say, look, if we don't start playing, this is going to hurt us later. You know what I mean? It has to come from within. From the clubhouse to get these guys on the same page and playing better.
Would this land if one of those guys, really Dave Roberts or anybody that has a position of leadership inside the organization?
You've seen Bull Durham. Throw the bats in there.
Guys, we just got swept by the Angels on our own field. The Angels are a garbage team that hasn't been good for 10 years, and they came in here and they beat us 3 in a row in here. Pull your you-know-whats out of your you-know-whats and let's go. Would that work?
Probably not. Otani's got 17 home runs.
Yeah,
it ain't
league.
him. Freddie's on an MVP pace. It ain't him. You know what I mean? For certain guys, you'll be like, who are you talking about? And we're in first place.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Dave?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Would it get
Yeah.
Kim going? Would it get Edmund going? Would it get Teo going?
I know how you would handle this in football, but football's not baseball.
Yeah.
Somebody would lose their job or get cut.
Well, they've cut 2 guys.
Like guys that are important or guys that used to be starters would get ripped out of the lineup if you're not playing.
Barnes and Taylor, but they're the longest tenured position players on the team, and they're gone.
If you did something with Muncy, that might get people's attention.
Yeah, he's too important.
That's but that would be the guy. If you did something with him, that might get people's attention.
The Dump's coming up next. Is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey guys, double down with me, Cappy, at the $10,000 Blackjack tournament June 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive
Hey,
in
it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their 1-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, J-O-E-Q, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
This just in, the NFL schedule has dropped, and you know what that means. It's go time. Adam Schefter here with the Insider Tip. If you're trying to catch your team live this season, Vivid Seats is the move. For the best selection of games and seats, it's time to snap your tickets up now. Vivid Seats has great deals on great seats and the only rewards program in the game. It's no wonder they're the official ticketing partner of ESPN. So don't wait. Head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in those game days.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
This may go back to the conversation we were having about Luka, Glasnow, and those guys. They kind of have a thing. You just
a fatal flaw.
You couldn't do that again if you had 100 tries.
Yeah, you saw that. You saw that. Wow, unbelievable.
What did you do?
I have no idea.
What was that? I just saw your pen do like a cartwheel.
I put my hand down and it flipped over. I'm
that
glad
was
you saw
awesome.
that. Wow.
I did see that.
Yes.
Juan Soto, his manager, Carlos Mendoza, he didn't run out a ball. He had a ball off the Green Monster yesterday, and he got a single off of it, and he wasn't running hard out of the box. And that was a night or two after he hit a ground ball kind of up the middle that he did not run hard on, that had he been running even mildly hard, he would have beat out. Instead, he got thrown out of first base. He's not, in the words of Manny Machado, he's not Johnny Hustle. Okay? Juan Soto's one of the 5 best players in the entire league. Do you just kind of say, man, that's how he does it? Or do you try to fix it? Because he's never going to be Johnny Hustle.
I wouldn't go Papelbon on him.
Yeah.
But I would damn sure let him know that we run things out here.
Yeah. What if he goes, yeah, dude, I hit 330 every year. I'm your best player. Stand down.
You at least have to tell him, this is what we expect. Now, if he does it or not, it is what it is. But you have to tell him what's happening. I just never understood why guys don't do that.
I don't either. Yeah. But some guys don't.
Outside of this, as a professional hitter, I think he knows when he's out.
I do too.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those things. The Mookie Betts play in the World Series last year is a perfect example.
Yeah.
He's out 99 times out of 100 there, but he was running hard, and the one time they botched it, he beat it.
Make him prove it. Yeah, I got you.
Make them throw you out.
I got you. Yeah,
and I get it. He's going to be right way more than he's going to be wrong, but I'm just wondering, if you're Juan Soto and you're one of the best hitters ever, quite frankly, and you're going to do... I don't love it.
For the show of it all, just do it.
I get the show of it all, but am I really trying to fix it? I just guess I'm going to have to live with it.
I met and talked to Joe Montana in a bar. This is when
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. This is when Brady was in one of his Super Bowls, and I'm asking, do you like Brady as a quarterback? He says no, and he might have just been kidding, but he was like, no, I don't like him. Why? He walks on the field. Like
on and off
he
the
walks
field?
on and off. That's a big deal with him.
Okay.
So for certain people, it's a huge deal. But
you ever
I'm
go
like,
to Joe's Pizza Place in Burbank when he had it?
No.
Prime Pizza is now there, but he had a Chicago-style pizza place
Joe
in
Montana
Burbank.
pizza
Yeah.
spot?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
In Burbank.
Okay.
Was it good?
It was a deep dish, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I didn't care. If Brady just scored,
dude,
you can do cartwheels off
I
the
was
field.
just going to say, if he wants to moonwalk back and forth to the huddle, what do I care?
But for him, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah. The PGA Tour trolled the Carolina Panthers with a graphic that said Scotty Scheffler has more wins since 2022 than the Panthers.
Oh, my God.
That's good.
Did you watch a lot of the
Didn't know PGA Tour was in Charlotte this weekend, which is why they would make the connection.
You didn't watch a lot of the PGA Championship because you had graduation weekend.
Yeah, I didn't see much. I know that he walked away with it.
I watched a little bit on Sunday because John Rahm was making he was coming close, and then Scotty pulled away.
I don't know if I've ever seen somebody that is as good as Scotty Scheffler is, that's as uninteresting as Scotty Scheffler is.
Just not interesting.
Like as a person?
Just totally. Like he's not even fun to watch,
No.
and he's awesome at what he does. He's as good as, quite frankly, he's as good at golf as anybody who's seen. I'm not saying he's as good as Tiger Woods, but since Tiger, he's dominated more than anyone really has for over a period of time. He's as boring as
But
the
what's
day.
different? They hit and they walk to the ball.
But Tiger was.
That's just ridiculous what you're saying.
No, I mean,
you don't know
Tiger,
what you're talking
no,
about.
No, Tiger and the other, they hit and they walk to the
Tiger
ball. What's
was
different?
incredibly exciting. There was
It's exciting to
emotion.
watch.
There was drama. Scheffler is just hit it, walk up there, hit it
it's
again.
boring.
It's
Do you
just
understand my
boring.
point?
I get it.
They're walking up and hitting the
I
ball, and then
understand
they're
your
walking
point,
to the ball.
but
Like, what's different?
Rory
You're an
McIlroy.
imbecile. That's
Will you
what's different.
stop?
You're an
Rory
imbecile.
McIlroy, stay
Yeah.
with me.
Finished 47, by the way.
Yeah, he had a bad day.
Yeah.
He had a really bad day.
Rory McIlroy might hit a terrible shot. Rory McIlroy might melt down.
There's some drama there.
There's some intrigue, some uncertainty. Scheffler's like watching a computer play chess.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
that makes sense.
Also
He's too good.
But part of
Okay.
it is the presentation, how you dress. Scotty's
Yeah.
boring. He just looks
Okay,
boring.
so how he
Whereas
dresses
John Rahm
factors
was
in.
in an amazing outfit.
Okay.
Black and pink. Looked great on Sunday.
Was that his live gear?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Tiger always wore tiger red on Sundays. Couldn't tell you one outfit that Scotty wore.
I did see.
Okay.
I was watching it for like
that
20,
makes sense. Okay.
20 minutes on Sunday, and they had I think it was a Rolex commercial and Tiger was the star of it. And they kept showing all these incredible moments from Tiger Woods' career, just one after the other.
Yeah.
And there were all these, and everything was Nike, Nike,
Yeah,
Nike,
yeah, yeah.
Nike. And I'm thinking, this is why Nike's so brilliant. He's not even an athlete to them, but every time they roll any of the good footage of him, he's head
no
to
longer
toe
with Nike.
he swooshes.
He's
You
no longer
love
with Nike.
Tiger, don't you?
Tiger's
You're
the reason I play golf.
Oh, my, you defensive over Tiger.
I'm not.
Jeez.
The stuff that Tiger has done and now this newfound stuff is just nonsense. But
Yeah.
Tiger Woods playing golf was amazing to watch and to be part of that as a fan.
Okay, so I'm just trying to get to the fascination of Tiger, but what did he do that's different than
But
everyone
that's
else
like
playing
saying
golf?
A quarter. Okay.
There's a lot. So he was he was way longer than everyone else in first. He was able to
The shot, yes, but I'm talking
But
about
he
the
beat-
actual playing of golf when he
Because
shows
he
up.
beat people like
He
who
puts
had-
the tee down, puts the
He
ball on
played it
top,
with- he
looks at
played
it, and whacks it.
He played it with a level of emotion and aggression and passion that no one else brought
and
to the
he
sport.
he beat people like we had not seen before. Somebody just dominated them.
I get you.
He was,
but he didn't growl off the tee and do a cartwheel.
If you keep it up, you're going to be
But
growling off the tee.
what he did, the best way I can explain it to you is Tiger Woods made a golf tournament a sporting event.
Because it's Tiger.
He's the only one that's ever been able to do that.
He just played
Everybody
he
else
just played
is
the
a golf
drop of
tournament.
Keyshawn, right? What
Yeah.
made? Let's take two wide receivers who are the same skill set, everything. What made Keyshawn more exciting?
He wrote a book.
No, okay, but the
I wouldn't say that's exciting.
the aura of Keyshawn on the field was more exciting. What he did on the field, the way he played the game was more exciting than another receiver. I don't know who we could use as the comp, but
Alvin Harper.
Sterling Sharp. Although Sterling Sharp's a Hall of Famer, but still.
Cooper Kupp.
This is not working, but I
Alvin
get where you're
Harper.
going. I
Yeah.
get where you. Okay,
It's an aura. It's a buzz.
It was
it's a
Tiger.
presence.
Okay, I guess
Michael
I'm trying
Jordan
to get to
and
what
LeBron.
Scheffler doesn't do. He's just
Nothing.
He's just boring as
It's
hell.
like watching a chess. I was watching a computer play chess.
It's a good guy playing golf.
Why
That's
did
it.
Keyshawn become the number one pick? Was it
Because
talent?
he's very big and tall.
Yes, but also he built an aura above himself because of SC and all that. I love Tiger. Key is obviously one of my best friends, but
Did that tap into something here?
should he have been the number one pick in 1996?
Yeah.
Or did he market himself brilliantly in his team to make that aura of Keyshawn Johnson?
Oh, I don't know about the marketing, but I would have taken him number one overall. That dude was big. That's where the league was going then.
You're a bad guy.
Big receivers. Why am I a bad guy?
Because you don't understand the joy of Tiger Woods.
I do understand the joy of Tiger Woods. It was Tiger Woods. Right. It was just Tiger.
Tom Cruise will be on the Pat McAfee show tomorrow.
Wow.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm in.
You're all in?
They were critiquing the way he's eating his popcorn yesterday, and it's an atrocious way to eat popcorn. Let's just say that.
How do you
so
eat
I'm excited.
Yeah.
So he was really aggressive with it. He was like
McAfee or Cruise?
Cruise. He would bring it to his mouth and then drop it right away. It was like, Tom, relax.
Well,
you've never eaten popcorn in your life.
Is he going to be on Teams or is he going to be in studio?
I don't know.
Because if he's in studio, he's going to have to sit in like a high seat.
He is apparently on the program
Feet swinging.
at 12:30.
I used to work with a guy who is not particularly tall, and
are you talking about James?
They had this set at one point, and they had these big chairs,
yes,
like big overstuffed chairs they were big. Like even for me, I felt small in this chair, and his feet didn't touch the ground, and the director in the truck goes,
phenomenal.
Someone goes, someone's in the big boy chair today.
Oh.
It was wonderful. All right, no crosstalk today. Mason and
Super crosstalk.
Super crosstalk. Thank you, Chris. I'm going to have Kelsey Plum coming up in just a little bit, so we're going to leave it for there. Got a little Husky action for you,
and
DeMarco.
Spark.
Dog.
And a
Yes.
Spark. Of course, a Spark. I was going to say that next.
That's
coming
hook.
up.